What exactly has changed and how will the tournament be played? Let's take a closer look.
Let's go,
through the
guys.
tournament
Let's
overview.
watching YMIR Cup Season 2. Before we
Well,
watching,
YMIR
this
Cup
is
World Championship
my
Season 2
character.
featured fierce
Lucas.
qualifiers across
I've
three
ready
regions,
for my
Asia, NAEU,
SSS
and SA.
stream.
The teams that advanced through the online qualifiers beginning in May have gathered here in Seoul to take the final stage of the tournament.
Okay,
And here through the
so
main
let's
event
go
held
the
over 2
watching
days on
the
June
YMIR Cup Season 2.
27th and
Enjoy,
the 28th,
guys.
the champion of Season 2 will be crowned. Day 1 today will feature the
This is
semifinals, while
day
day 2
1.
will feature the final and the legend match. In the legend match,
Let
the
me,
YMIR Cup World Championship Season 2 winning team will face Team Korea in a battle
Set
of
up my
pride.
stream
Now, we're
first.
going to take a look at how the matches will be played. We have a little video prepared for you, so let's see which rules will apply this Season 2.
The battle for the throne, YMIR Cup, reignited. Welcome to the battlefield where every server's top clans wage their fiercest war. The regional qualifiers in each division determine the winning server. From that server, only its top 5 clans can compete in the YMIR Cup World Championship.
YMIR
Up to
Cup
500 players
Championship.
can enter, regardless of server.
That's so
When the
good.
match begins for your server, the YMIR Cup icon lights up on the right of your minimap. Press it to enter the battlefield.
Let's set up
To begin,
first.
you're randomly placed at one of 6 starting points. When defeated, you can resurrect at one of these points and rejoin the battle, though the starting points themselves keep changing. Early in the battle, securing bases is key. Capturing a base earns points and various buffs, and lets you teleport straight to it to gain the upper hand. And the more bases you hold, the stronger those buffs become. Bases come in 2 types, normal and boss. Normal bases can be captured
it's
by
done.
interacting with the occupying stone. For boss bases, first destroy the Tower of Occupying at the entrance, then interact with the occupying stone to capture it. Normal bases can be recaptured freely, but boss bases, once captured, can never be recaptured. So be strategic about your captures. If you couldn't secure a boss base, try a different strategy. Capture normal bases for buffs or recapture enemy bases to weaken their
This is
forces.
base.
Which bases to target, how to play it out. The tide of battle is yours to turn.
This rules 3.
If you are defeated in battle, you can resurrect and
Life
rejoin
system.
the fight.
So
but you can only
in
resurrect up to
the
3 times.
YMIR
So
Cup,
watch the battlefield
we only
and
have
tread carefully.
3 life.
Luckily, 2 types of braziers appear randomly across the map. Pick one up to restore resurrection counts for your clan or your server.
Move my
If casualties
camera.
pile up on your
Here.
server, use braziers strategically to keep the fight going.
Rules number 4.
Once you've secured enough bases, the endgame begins, the fight for the Tower
The
of
crown.
Victory. Destroying the Tower of Victory earns points and brings out the crown, the key to victory or defeat.
We need
Once the
to
crown
get crown
appears,
for win.
bases can no longer be captured, so timing the tower's destruction is crucial. From here, all forces converge on the final battle for the crown. To win, you must claim the crown and carry it to the target zone. The moment the crown is taken, the crown holder bears the weight of the crown, and victory now rests on the whole server, working as one. Server members must protect the crown holder and rally together to reach the target zone. The target zone forms at one of the 3 boss bases, and you can check it on the minimap. If the crown holder is defeated while on the move, the crown drops where they fell. And if a player from the enemy server grabs the dropped crown, the target zone changes. A crown touchdown is worth the most points in the YMIR Cup, so the outcome stays uncertain until the final moments. Whichever server lands the crown touchdown can swing the entire match. The final clash over the crown, where a single choice decides the winner.
I believe this is YMIR Cup Subi.
If time runs out in a close match with no
Road
crown
to
touchdown,
victory.
the outcome is decided by the points earned during the match. Points can be earned by destroying the Tower of Victory and Towers of Occupying, as well as capturing bases, defeating players,
Player
holding the
defeat
crown,
one
and
normal.
landing crown touchdowns, as shown in the scoring table.
Can conquer a player.
If the final scores are tied, the tiebreaker rules decide which server wins. The stage is set. Glory awaits the victor alone. Stake the honor of your server and march toward final victory. And in that moment of glory, who will claim the crown of victory? See it all unfold in the YMIR Cup World Championship Season 2. The battle for the throne, YMIR Cup, reignited.
YMIR Cup World Championship Season 2. Let's go.
That's right. Season 2 will be played in a regional tournament
This
format
is
just like
basic
Season
information
1.
YMIR
The
Cup World
clans
Championship
ranked 1st through 5th
match.
in growth power
For
on each server will
eligible
participate with
with
up to 250 players allowed per
my-
server. The victory condition is simple. First, destroy the Tower of Victory and then
Top
obtain the
1
crown and
until
carry
top
it to the
5.
designated location to win. If the crown does not reach the destination within the time limit, points earned through the base captures,
Entry
kills,
capacity,
objective contribution, and of course other factors will be added up, and then the server with the higher score will win.
5.
But
100,
there is one
500.
change that will make the
Destroy the
matches
Tower of
even more
Victory in the
exciting than
center of the
Season 1.
map,
And that
obtain
change
the crown
is the
and
introduction
successfully
of the
deliver
life
into the
system.
destination
Each
to
player's
win.
number of revival is now limited to 3
Okay,
rather
for
than
revive
unlimited.
rule,
And once
if
all
the
these
day during
3
server plan,
revival
they may
chances
revive
are
at
used,
the starting
that
point
player
inside the YMIR
cannot
Cup field
rejoin the
instead
battle.
of
However,
Asgard
by
Castle.
using the
However,
Brazier
on
of
the
Life and Brazier of
all
Souls,
3
you can
revive
recharge the
items
revival
are
counts
used,
of
they
clan
can longer
members or
rejoin
server
the battle.
members. So
This
when
is very
and how
important,
each
guys.
brazier
So,
is used will be very important.
make sure
How will
if
this new
we
system change the
join
pace
YMIR
and
Cup,
strategy of the
don't
matches?
knock
We are
to
about to
time.
find out together. Well, here is how the points are rewarded.
This
Each
is a
server
whole
earns
point
points based
work
on the damage dealt to the Tower of Victory and the Tower of
of
Occupation.
occupation.
And bonus points are awarded to the server of the warrior who destroys that very tower. Points can also be earned by capturing bases, defeating enemies, and holding the crown. But if the crown is successfully delivered, the win or loss is decided regardless of the points earned. And here's the thing, if the crown is not delivered within the time limit, maintaining control of the crown while accumulating points until the match ends will be the key to victory. The points earned by each clan are then totaled by server to determine the final winner. By now, with so many points to earn points, precise strategy and of course teamwork will be more important than anything else. However, no matter how many points a server has, if the opponent carries the crown to the destination within the time limit, the match ends immediately, so bear that in mind. And of course, the YMIR Cup World Championship
And this
Season
is
2 is
the
fought
reward
for the
for
honor of each
championship.
server, right? But it would be a shame if that
The
was the only
total
reward. So
reward
now we
is
have the clans that rank first on the winning
7M
server will
YMIR
receive
point.
50,000 YMIR points, 1 Supernal Legendary Summon Ticket Selection Chest, 1 +8 Moon Blazing
Supernal Summon
Package,
Ticket
2
Selection
Supernal
Chest.
Legendary Horns, and lastly, 1 +17
And
World
for
Cup
runner-up
World
is
Championship Winner
for
Cup.
GM.
Well, different rewards will be
This is
distributed to
the
clans
reward
ranked
is
to
so big.
2nd to 5th, and the runner-up server, as well as the 3rd and 4th place servers, will receive rewards based on their rankings. And since the reward scale changes according to rank, we are about to see some fierce competition not only between the servers, but also among the clans that are on the same server. And the rewards for the winning team do not end there. They will also earn the right to participate in the legend match and receive another reward. And since the rewards that we give in the legend match, regardless of victory or defeat, earning a place in the legend match is already a very significant reward in itself. But please remember that YMIR Cup rewards are distributed differently according to the clan rankings. So now to see which teams are here to claim all the rewards and of course the champion honor, we are about to go look at the bracket. Well, the opening match will
This
feature
is,
King server against NAEU 04 server.
bracket,
and after
guys.
that, second
So
match
let's
is
move
Chess
my
server versus
this.
Sombra server. With so many strong teams facing
For
off, every
the
match deserves
bracket
its
is
very
King
own
versus
attention.
NA
But one key point to watch is whether
and
Asia, last
for
season's winning
second
region,
battle
will
is
remain
Cheese
strong
versus
this time
Sombra.
as well. And in particular, King server, who also was with us last season, lived up to the expectations this time. Or will a new server rise to
This is
claim
King
the
very
spotlight?
strong, guys.
We are about to find out today. And with King server and many other powerful contenders taking part, we are all very eager to see which server will stand
I
as
hope
the
King
final
will
winner.
win.
But before the matches begin, of course, we have a very special present for everyone that is joining us here for Season 2. It's the YMIR Cup subscriber event. Well, this event runs from June 27th to July 6th, and the
in
rewards will
here
be
have
given to all
even
users based on
for
the subscriber
subscriber
milestone
YouTube.
reached by the We Made Global
This is
YouTube
the
channel.
milestone.
Subscriber counts vary in 5 stages, and there will be generous rewards for each of the 5 milestones, starting from 90,500 subscribers till 95,000 subscribers. All right, well, of course, the higher milestone reach, the better the rewards will be. And we are all looking forward for you to participate so that you could claim your rewards. And, you know, after seeing all these rewards that are only given when the milestones are reached, you may be thinking that you are in for some rewards. You want them very, very this second. So, of course, we have something in store for you again. It's the World Championship Package Coupon. Well, enter the coupon that is shown at the bottom of the screen below
YMIR World
for
Live.
even more awards.
Let's
And
claim.
for the Korean server, please add the alphabets KR to the end of the coupon code when redeeming it, and you will
YMIR
get your
World Live.
rewards.
Don't forget
Alright, it looks
to
like
claim, guys.
everyone is set. You have the coupons, you have the rewards, and you know what's about to happen. Which server will survive till the very end? We are gonna go back to the commentary desk for the first time and begin the day.
Don't forget YMIR Cup. Let's try again.
Welcome to YMIR Cup World Championship Season 2. I'm your caster, G. Clef, and I'm joined by one and only Wolf. How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to finally see the conclusion of what has been a lot of hard work put in by all our YMIR players here who played through the qualifiers and now
Let's
have made it to top
Take
4.
the
Exactly.
reward.
Thrilled to be here after Season 1. A lot of things happened. Lots of big and small changes. I think Bella went over most of them, but I think it's important to go over that once again as soon as we get the graphics. But really exciting times. All the clans,
What
all
is
the
so
servers have
good?
come
Don't
together,
forget.
and especially some of them are actually here offline, so which is incredible.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna talk about some of the big changes that we do have.
Let's put in the
as we
comment.
get into some of these matches. But starting things off, of course, we are moving straight into the semifinals.
Yep, YMIR Cup World Championship Season 2. We're going to go into straight to the introduction of our first match. Teams, servers. Here comes Warriors of our first semifinals match number 1. Kings versus NAEU 04.
And out come Kings.
This is
Big
King's team.
powerhouse squad, considered to be the big favorites for Season 2. Bringing out the sunglasses as well. These are your representatives from Kings.
That's so cool,
across
Kings.
3 of their
Let's
top
go.
clans coming to represent the powerhouse server
This
from
is
the
team
Asia
from
region, looking to defend that
King
pride
Sefer.
from Season 1.
Looks comfortable. Let's see what they can do. One of the biggest powerhouses in the
But I
tournament.
don't know
Let's
the
see
name is.
how far they can go. And their opponent, NAEU 04 server. Let's bring them on the stage.
Here they come. A very, very strong server, and uniquely not a partner
This is
server.
from
This is
NA
just straight up
server.
NAEU 004. They earned their right to be here. They look happy to be here as well. Everybody's looking pumped. Shades coming out again on
That's
both
so
sides.
cool, man.
Love it. That's what you need for the spotlight. 'Cause it
I
gets
don't know,
bright
but I
here
don't know
on
why
this stage.
all
You can see
like
there's
pro
kind of a
player
friendly banter going on
always
between
like
these
this.
guys. Toxie Holy, of course, notably participating in Season 1, one of our best Scald players in the tournament. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do today as well.
The Scalds, they heal, they revive, but don't count them out. They also do surprisingly a lot of damage too, especially with their power level. Oh god.
Toxioli sitting at 500,000, one of the most powerful Scalds we have.
That's incredible. Some of the top tiers have over 400, near 500. Some even getting closer to 600 total K. So we have some more extra information for both sides. First, Kings.
Yeah, here they are. Shibibi 69, Chabi Booms, and Fit 89. These are your Kings representatives here
This is
offline. Of course, we
GB
have
from
more
Avengers
clans as well
and
as a ton
Chabi
of
Bob
players playing
from
online
King
joining us,
Asgard
but it's
and
really
Fit
cool that we actually get to have these
89
players here with us
from
on stage.
Equilibrium.
And again,
Equilibrium.
Kings are the favorites. They have the highest average combat power of our competing servers here.
They've gathered all together to come together as the one big force in Kings. But on the other side, NAU,
And from NA, this is
comparatively in terms
Necros
of when we talk
from
about numbers, a
Conclave,
little lower compared to the other
Toxic
teams, but still,
Heli,
big names
from
are
Cliff,
here, so I
and
think it's a lot more about the
Conclave too.
strategy and how they go about these numbers, because we still have a lot of players actually joining. It's not just these three that's on the stage.
Now, Conclave is the main representative
Conclave,
clan of
Conclave.
NAU
This is
004.
a
That's why
strong
they decided to
clan
send 3
from
Conclave players
NA.
here to the stage. Now that we've set the stage for our first semifinals and we're getting geared up to getting into the game, I want to talk a little bit about the life system, because if you watch Season 1, if you were defeated in battle, you weren't revived by a Scald, for example, you had to respawn and then teleport back to the battle, but you didn't lose any lives. You could do that repeatedly. We have a changed rule now. You only have 3 revives. So if those 3 revives are gone, if you die, you are eliminated from that match. You do not get to participate. You'll just be a spectator. So when you die and when you decide to fight, when you decide to commit to an objective, means so much more right now than it used to. If you get wiped by a tower, that means something.
Which means that spawning and the timing of coming back into the spawn, into the field from the spawn, is going to be crucial, because there will be some spawn camps from the other side, just not letting you be on the field. I think that's going to be one of the key that we will catch when we get into the battlefield.
Absolutely. Some of the same things that you guys watched and enjoyed in Season 1, if you guys were here for YMIR Cup in Season 1, will still apply. The normal bases, the boss bases, the Tower of Occupying, the Tower of Victory, and the Crown system is all still in place.
very excited.
Crucially, the Crown is the ultimate goal. If you get that Crown touchdown, you become the victor. But that doesn't always happen, so the points in the lead-up is important. But the buffs you get from the bases, that's where we start. You want to stack those up. The bases, before you get to the boss bases, the regular bases give you the ability to fast travel closer to where the action is. So having those not only gives you the buff, but if you end up dying and having to revive, you can get right back into the action. So that's how we start getting those external bases. Then we fight for Towers of Occupying, which in itself also give a ton of points.
Yeah, exactly. Depending on the very first spawning, I think you immediately, the team
He
immediately
is
has to
prepare,
communicate and
you know.
choose which base, normal base that you want to
Maybe
choose from.
like a
Usually you do want to go for the center, but
setting,
oftentimes when you get
join
clumped up, some
Discord.
choke points within there, then
Because
the fight starts to go
in
in.
YMIR Cup,
So that's going to be a tough call.
Two
It seems like
for
game is
eligible
almost ready
participant
to be
have
loaded
a
in. Let's start our very first semifinal of
Discord.
YMIR Cup World Championship.
Let's go, guys. Enjoy watching.
The stage has been set, G-Clef. We start the match with a base 1,000 points per team as we jump into this. Clans spawning in. As you guys could see, players are joining the server and we'll be moving around. Following Toxioli, the man of the hour.
Yes, for sure. Since he's from an AU, Kings are
Toxioli.
going to be looking for this guy this entire game. Everyone running in. Some of them actually rotating around. You saw Toxioli going
That's
around
so
from 12 o'clock to
many.
11 o'clock, not directly going inside. We'll see a lot of clash between the boss base 3 and the normal.
Again.
All right, looks like a lot of approach here on Tower of Victory already.
We
The
see a
first
lot
tower.
of Equilibrium players, which means Kings taking central
From Kings.
position.
So
Already directly?
This is
critically, if you can get
Kings.
control of the synergy here for these two squads, has been to try to get as many bases as
Disconnect.
possible. But I think Kings have an inherent
Wait,
advantage because they already
let
have Tower of
me
Victory control,
reconnect,
and it's
let me
currently
reconnect.
4 bases to 4 bases here in terms of normal base occupation at the moment. So the buffs are even, but Kings have positional advantage now.
If you
NAEU
still
004
see
going to
my
try to break
stream.
through, and the fight is going to begin.
Some of the higher tier players are going to be breaking in, have some massive AoEs, do tons of damage, breaking down
My
half of
connection,
the
sorry
troops.
guys.
The Toxic Holy just came in and started nuking, doing a ton of damage.
Because each skill can hit up to 15 if you time it correctly with some stun. And the tower also attacks, has a lot of stuns and AoEs in terms of damage. So if you time it perfectly, you can wipe out like 30, 40 at a time.
You can see NAEU 004 getting a ton of damage done on the breakthrough. I would say it was pretty successful here.
Oh, even Toxic getting spotted though.
Yeah, he's
Target
getting
down.
focused down for sure. Going incredibly low.
Down
Wow.
he
He
goes.
goes. They just
Oh, he
focused
That's
him down
ulti,
now. They got the
guys.
res.
That
He'll
is
come
this is
through.
that is
It is a huge
Mythic
battle here, though,
ulti.
just around the Tower of
ultimate skill
Victory.
from
There's a lot of
mythical.
skills that gives you
Valkyrie.
invincibility for a couple of seconds, so that's something that you have to be when the enemy is knocked. That's exactly when you focus the most damage. But there will be skulls around you, trying to give you
Absolutely.
heals and revives.
And notice a lot of these players already have lost one of their revives and have teleported back in. That is significant. When you lose that, it means that you're going to be a little bit less powerful, or less. You know, if you end up losing another one, you have to really think about whether you want to go into these fights or try to play the bases instead. So you have one of our
That is,
representatives
my
pushing
friend.
through here and trying to do a lot of
Yeah,
damage.
Bro
World
Winter.
Focus down.
One of the
Or,
highest tier
Bro
from
Misrael.
Kings. Very, very popular big names. We have two the World Kings. One is Scald, one is Archer. So we will name you both. But as you can tell, defeated Kings about 49. But on the other hand, about
They
little
focus
more-
hitting
little less than
the
double.
tower.
Yeah, a lot of the
AU
point.
losing 90 already.
Yeah, the point difference here, a lot of it for the Kings is just from the
Maybe,
amount of players they are able to defeat. And
Exactly, and one more base for Kings.
I would say that NAEU's breakthrough was successful in that they were able to get onto the point, but they just could not compete in combat power and started to get wiped out. So initially it looked
GB
like they
is
had been able to get
holding
through,
the
but now it
front
looks like it's
for
kind of failed ultimately. And now
cover
they've fallen behind.
the
They lost
team
control. And we'll see what they
for
decide to do
hitting
on the rest of
tower.
the map here instead. They're doing a big wraparound towards the south part of the map right now as well.
You can see Toxioli already lost one of the life. 2 hearts only. You see hearts going down to only 1. And then if you die 3 times, you can't respawn back into the field. You just have to watch.
So
You
keep
can
an eye, of
see,
course, on that Tower
health
of Victory
in
health
here.
bar in the bottom center of your screen.
In
See
bottom.
just how long it takes to actually destroy
Health-
the Tower of Victory. So
health,
you know, right now, Kings have a majority of their
tower.
forces here, but they
Tower
have
health.
other members around the map getting information about the movements of NAEU 004. But they have critically most of their damage here focused on trying to get this Tower of Victory
And we
down
can see
ASAP.
point
And
from
on
King
the other side of the
is
map, around the spawn camps, especially like east
2983
sides,
and
most of the
NA
players,
is
especially from Kings, they're grouping around the
2617.
spawn, rotating big around, not into the inner. They're rotating outside, outskirts, off of the bases because they just cannot get into the choke point. There are some
Exactly.
guards from Kings guarding those choke points in a way.
That's exactly what's happening. Not to mention that there are also a lot of Kings members around these spawn points, the bases that are being currently held by NAEU 004, so they have to defend them and kind of camp their own bases, regroup, get those spawns together, and it looks like right now they're trying to figure out their best battle plan to break through. There's still a lot of time. As you can see, Tower of Victory sitting at 67%, so there is some time to work with here, but Kings definitely in full control right now.
Look, well, already some of the players from NAU already just got wet 1 health. If you see dark colored hearts on top of their head, it means that's their last life already.
Absolutely. Not to mention 3 players completely eliminated, as you can see in the tombstone underneath their current score as well. So 3 players are already out of the battle. They're already outnumbered by about 70 at this moment in time.
Yeah, Tombstone, which means they are targeted down, and they're currently dead, waiting for the respawn timer.
That's right, yeah.
And then on the right,
The heart is the ones that are actually eliminated, so I misspoke there. You're right. No one is actually fully eliminated yet, but
yeah,
3
you
are
can time
currently
your
dead.
respawn and come back with your
Yeah.
teammates. I think they're just waiting for the time.
You're absolutely right.
now.
No, we're getting closer to 50% here on Tower of Victory. I mean, Kings right now just completely uncontested.
Yeah, the big contest and the big point right now As they're finally
Enggak bang,
taking
enggak
their
bang Er.
double
Aku lagi
capture.
quest
Since they have 4, 5,
broadcast,
6,
broadcast.
They don't really need to go for the boss tower. They're just going for the big victory right now.
Yeah, now
Broadcast cuma
critically,
bisa pakai
if this
YouTube
tower is
sama
captured, doesn't mean the game is over, because they still actually have to
Twitch.
get the crown and go to the designated crown touchdown location. But if this goes down, and Kings right now have full control, we're getting closer and closer to the halfway point, they get a ton of points as well. Not to mention they already have such an advantage in terms of their revives. You can see it on your screen here. Very few of these Kings players.
Ya, itu kode baru. Kode paling baru jangan lupa diklaim ya.
This is a rough time. As you can see, some of these stragglers trying to figure out the best place to enter the choke point. Which angle can we take? And Kings are just not only incredibly powerful here on the focus, but they're just not giving them any approach. And now some of these Conclave players are split off as they try to find the best
Matching
angle.
di sini guys,
And even
bantu-bantu.
trying to go for example,
Bantu-bantu
tower
isi chat.
occupying right now takes so long as well that it just
Ini
simply,
gila,
I don't
King.
think is going to be worth
King
it
lagi
for an
bantai-bantai nih.
AU004. I think they're going to have to try to break through here as this crown
Exactly.
is spawning and try to regain control.
There's some information warriors
Upside
out there
bang.
from Kings.
Welcome, welcome.
Just sitting near the choke points, making sure there's communication. Okay, this many classes going through from which choke point into the battlefield, the center battlefield.
Look at this.
All
You
that
can
info
see-
is being tossed.
You can see exactly what you're talking about here in terms of the choke point control and the information they have. They're not even letting them approach the choke point, right? No, not unless fighting at it. And they have full control. As you can see, some of these stronger Conclave members here are trying to approach, but NAEU004 in a really, really tough
Masih,
spot
masih.
right now. The tower victory down to 34%.
Sampai jam 12
I
pokoknya.
don't want to call this
Pantauin
one
aja
early,
nanti.
but it is starting to look really
Aku
rough here. If
bakal
something doesn't change.
Going
taruh
low,
di
no more
pin
than
komen
1/3
kupon-kuponnya.
of its health right now. The contribution points is
Itu
also
kupon
there.
pertama.
I believe it's from Tower Victory contribution point 2,000 points overall.
Absolutely, 2K. All right, so here we go. We're going to see an attempted break-in here, I think. For some of these members of NAEU04, it's just a small contingency, though. They can't really get in.
Likely they will also get the
Gila,
last
King
hit
rame
with this
banget.
many members around the tower, so it'll be closer to the 2,000.
Yeah, the last hit,
Kings.
I mean, there's just so much here for Kings that to steal it it's just not possible.
It is just not.
It's not realistic.
possible. But there's always chance, but you just can't go through this many people, this many warriors near the tower.
So what if
We will see attempts though. We will see attempts
Joker
from
is
NAU
strong.
at the perfect timing.
Now, remember also NAEU004 can try to min-max where they think the crown touchdown location will be and try to group there and stop the route of the crown carrying player and try to control the choke point on exit here for Kings to make the crown path a lot tougher, because the crown carrier is obviously going to move very slow and isn't necessarily going to be able to take that crown in the most optimal path if NAEU004 are set up to intercept. I think trying to stop the Tower of Victory from going down
Selisih
from being picked up
900
at this
poinnya.
point is probably a
Yang
fool's
King
errand. I think
3000, NE
NAEU004 are
2100.
aware of that, as we see it. Fit89 is one of our strongest players, one of our reps here, just trying to get some more information and pick off any stragglers.
Shield
Find
lead.
one revive left on this player, but he does get away on the mount.
Yeah, because those can provide some stuns and the knock if it lands perfectly. As you can see, trying to target down a specific player, still surviving.
Yeah,
Even
so
if
tough.
against that many archers.
It's El Chapo here, just with some backup here.
Slow.
El Chapo.
Still look, that AoE
Gila.
breaks through the entire force.
They just get wiped.
Very
There's
strong.
three more
Oh,
down.
he did have some team members coming along.
Yeah, no, he did
at
have
the
a few,
end.
but they
but still, he was
ended
able
up
to tank
helping out.
so far.
Tanked for them to show up. So it's like, even if you think you've isolated
Oh,
two of these
6%
King members,
wolf.
yeah,
We're
it's
coming down
going
the
down.
Oke,
wire.
It's going
poinnya
down.
sudah
There's
berubah
no one
3100
from
Is there
untuk
anyone
King
else
dan
coming?
No one is gonna be
NE
able to stop this. It is
1600.
just going down, G-Clef. 4%,
It seems
3%.
1,000 for the last hit. Oh, we do see
All right,
some of the members
one guy's trying to sneak in.
sneaking in.
1% lagi, tower mid.
Victory about to go down.
Jaeger coming in.
Ron,
And Louder
drop.
from Kings. They do take the point. Look at the point. 6,000 now from
And
Kings.
look who has the
King
crown.
6000 poin.
The world.
Sabi slash si tower.
boy. So the movement speed will be
All right,
very
the
slow
crown
now.
is directly...
Oh, but there's the contest now.
Okay, we are having a
Ini
late
pada war
contest
di
here. Now,
tengah.
the crown
All
spawn...
the ultimates popping in
Gila, rame
everywhere.
The crown
banget.
spawn location is directly south of this point, so they
Weh,
need to get
Bang
the
Pepper
world
atau
south
Bang
as
Israel
fast
yang
as
pegang,
possible and defend
eh,
that path.
Exactly.
And
Ron.
right now, most of the Kings players are on the northern side.
They're
as
still
you can
pushing
see.
them out.
Yeah, they cannot actually get to intercept. They're stuck there in the middle, and they cannot actually
Let's go,
get to where
King.
that point is. And right now, it looks like it might be a free road here. Look at the path. If you look just directly of the world here, the crown carrier currently,
Perfect.
there's no way. The NAEU, or they don't have anybody there to stop it. They cannot get access.
Yeah, they do have to. Well, the world has to come around the path a little bit. Because when you have the crown, you are
Iya,
slowed
Ko Pepper itu yang
down so
pegang
far.
crown.
But you have this many members around you guarding. And then the first fight
Okay.
was a stomp.
So
right
I'm
there.
looking at the map right now, and I'm seeing a lot of NAEU players are trying to find their way to wrap around and ignore the crown carrier currently, because breaking through this formation is impossible, and try to get
Kings.
to the touchdown location specifically, which is on base
Untuk
2
sementara
in
ini
the
masih
south.
King.
You know, Emir, you know what I'm talking about? It's the
Ini
southern
lagi
central base. That is the
menuju
touchdown
ke
point. They are grouping there right now. They
rescue
are rushing over,
towernya
and they're gonna try to
atau
set the
buat
formation.
winningnya.
As you can
Good.
see here, they're
They're coming
catching
around
stragglers
back
as well.
nine.
They have
Ambil
one
crown
chance to
atau
defend this.
mahkota,
One
kita harus
big
ke
fight is all they've
tower.
got.
Because Kings right now, with that many points, they're trying to finish the
Untuk
game
klaim
right now
kemenangan.
with the touchdown. But look, Toxioli in the middle, trying to keep his teammates, the other Warriors in the same server alive.
Poinnya
But look
selisih
at
jauh
that
sekarang.
damage,
6.200 buat King, NE
Toxie Magic.
1.500.
Oh, Midi. Targeting one by one, they're falling like flies.
They really are. You can see some of these members with just one heart
Some of
left.
the Archer AoEs is taking like 4, 5, 6 of them down in just one skill.
I would say the crown is about 50 to 60% of the way to the touchdown point right now as well, G-Clef. They just don't look like they can stop it as they are pouring through here. So many defeated. 6 players of NAEU 0047 now completely eliminated.
Masih
But I don't know if it's
di-cover.
going to come down to that. They just don't have the combat power to break through this formation. The crown is getting closer and closer. You
Dikit
never
lagi,
thought
dikit
before
lagi
this
udah dekat.
cup, where there was this new format, we
Event
thought
apa,
maybe
Bang?
some of the games could be a little bit faster than hitting 0. This game might end in less than 20 minutes. He's
Like,
on the way.
You might be 100% right, and they still have.
Cuma
look,
butuh waktu
there's still
berapa
the
ya?
tower
15 menit
occupying right there
buat
in
win
front of the
ini.
boss. So, and then you just need to get through.
He's so close.
Dude, because the point gap is so big right now, you don't really need to care about anything else except for the touchdown. So a lot less to focus from Kings. Even one of the highest tier from Kung Leave, getting focused down so far.
Hentai gets focused here as well. Gets res but focused.
Nah,
Kalau
Yeah.
gambarnya
On
burik,
top.
sorry guys ya.
Yeah, it
Soalnya
looks like this
aku
might
ini
be
sambil
the
stream, sambil live
So
stream.
close to it.
Few high tier actually scrolling in, trying to make some damage because this could be the most dangerous.
Ayo dikit lagi.
Oh,
I mean,
he got through.
He's just not
He
even
got
getting
through
CP.
the choke point.
He's just walking in. He's God. No one can touch him. He doesn't care.
At the movement. Sorry,
King
there
win.
it is.
Congrats for
taking
King,
the first
King Sefer.
semifinals right there.
Congrats.
14 minutes, less than 14 minutes. Kings will win a very one-sided semifinal, G-Club here. The
Cuma
beginning
15
of
menit,
YMIR
guys.
Cup Season 2. They had a clear
Cuma buat
strategy.
15
They
menit.
said, we rush a few members out, get some of those outer
GG.
bases, but forget Tower of Occupying. We're going to go straight for the choke point on Tower of Victory and control that.
Congrats
and
for King
NAEU
Sefer.
004 just could never crack the fortress that Kings set up. And then Kings had scouts on the outside. They were constantly tracking the movements. They never let
Predik,
them in. An incredibly
finalnya bakal
impressive
King
but
lawan
successful strategy
Cheese.
that leads them to the finals tomorrow and was a quicker match than I think anybody could have anticipated.
Well, Kings, we knew they were the upper hand coming into this matchup, but oh man, it was either going to be the touchdown or the timer running out, but the power was just unmatched. And there comes the flag of the Kings as the winner of the first
The
match
flag.
of day 1.
Absolute domination. That's right. A well-deserved
Nice
pose
sweat.
here. Spin 89 as well, laughing. Some claps here from Chavi Booms. A very, very, very one-sided affair. But a very exciting one because I couldn't have expected
Enggak,
that was
Bang.
gonna happen.
Yes, here's Bella. Let's get to hear from
Pepper
our first
nggak-
match winners, Kings.
Nggak ke Korea. Soalnya perwakilan per server cuma 3.
Hello, everyone. Well, we have the winner of first match here with us, King Server. Congratulations
Menyala,
to you again.
King.
Good to see some of you again. And welcome to Korea and welcome to Season 2. All right, let's talk about what it feels like to be here on the land, to see everyone that you play against, and tell me, how is it any different than you imagined?
Yeah, it's very nice here. Everything is great.
Were you expecting
Bang
it
Ri,
to
suara
be a
game,
little
suara
bit more,
maksudnya suara streamnya
intense
aman
or
nggak?
nervous, or
Suara
were you
dari
expecting this fun
restreamku ini.
atmosphere?
Yeah, we kinda expected for us to win.
Yeah.
As Pete said, it's
Oke,
it's
thank you, thank you.
Okay.
That man. Sure win, he said, sure win.
Yeah, what do you have to say to that? Do you agree that it's your work? Yeah. You don't want to say it on the microphone. All right. Well, today's match, you basically, I guess, I'm assuming that you expected that you would have a
Pak
pretty
Sultan
easy
nih,
win
guys.
over your opponent, right?
Absen,
Was there any
absen.
strategy that you had in mind?
Bang Pakaya,
Can
absen.
you tell us about the communication that you prepped?
I would love to say it, but we'll just hide it because we're keeping strategies. Yeah.
Right, because
Saving strat.
a saving strat, because what awaits for you is the finals tomorrow, right? And your opponent will be decided winner of our second
Kalau
match,
sekarang nggak
right?
tahu ya. Aku nggak
have a
pernah
favorite
lihat
win
rankingnya
among the
lagi.
lineup? Do you know who's gonna take the win then?
People are saying that
Udah nggak
Chess
bisa,
is
Bang.
the favorites, but I
Udah nggak
think
bisa.
Sombra Group will give them a big fight.
Oh, okay. But I did have one question. How do you guys communicate?
Ini hari
with
ini
everyone
4
in the
pertandingan
server and
semifinal.
amongst yourselves? Who takes the leading call, or who's in charge of making the big decisions?
I think,
Habis ini
there are
server
multiple
Cheese
key
lawan
players
Sombra.
that are assigned to
Server Sombra.
like communicate, so it's teamwork for everyone.
Oh, teamwork. All right. I love that you're sharing all the credit with the team, and you guys are all big smiles. And I can't wait to see you guys perform tomorrow as well. Would you guys have anything that you want to say before
Siapa
I
yang
let you
suka
guys go?
mbak-mbaknya ini?
Shout out to Avengers and all King server, and shout out to my wife, and especially hello to Alo, CEO Alo.
Itu
Alright.
ada
Loving
banyak
that you
sih.
have a whole list of people that you wanna
Buenas
shout out
ada.
to. What about you guys? Nothing? Last call.
I want to say run boy.
Daddy Kim juga ada. Tapi Daddy Kim kayaknya di Kings bukan di anu ya.
We will try our best.
All right. I thought you had a big speech prepared, but love that. You're camera shy? Well, better prepare yourself for tomorrow's interview then. Thank you so much. Congrats on taking the win from match
Itu kalau
one.
nggak
I
salah
will let
sih
you
yang
guys
pakai
go and
kacamata
see
itu
you guys
orang Indo,
tomorrow.
guys.
All right. Well,
Gitu
you
loh.
guys can walk out that way. Good to see you guys. Thank you for
Ci
joining me here.
BBB69 itu kayaknya orang Indo deh.
Yang
pakai kacamata warna hitam.
Bukan
yang tengah, yang kacamata warna hitam.
We have more excitement coming for you from here on out. And we also have a special gift from producers Hakun. You all guys know what's coming. It is producers
Rewardnya
Hakun's
bukan dolar,
gift
Bang. Rewardnya
package
tuh YMIR
coupon.
point.
It'll be shown at the
Juara
bottom of
pertama.
the screen.
Ini kode
Enter
lagi,
the
guys.
code
Kode
shown
lagi, kode
here
lagi.
on the screen. And of course for our Korean users, remember to put the alphabets KR at the end of the coupon code while redeeming it. And coming off as the
PS,
King server
P-
interviewees mentioned, we have the
SAGG.
second match coming up. Chess server versus Sombra server. Since match one
Aduh,
was
ngetiknya
very,
gimana?
very
Ketikin dong, guys.
intense and swift, we have
PDS.
high expectations for our second match. Who will take it? We will be back shortly after a short break.
Or YMIR. Thank you. Ayo klaim dulu kuponnya, diklaim dulu kupon. Oh, depan kode. Bentar. Salah kah? Tahunya. Kok salah, guys?
As you guys could see, players are joining the server and we'll be moving around following Toxi Holy,
Kok invalid?
the man of the
Kok
hour.
invalid ya?
Yes, for sure. Since he's from an AU, Kings are going to be looking for this guy this entire game. Everyone running in. Some of them actually rotating around. You saw Toxioli going around from 12 o'clock to 11 o'clock, not directly going inside. We'll see a lot of clash between the boss base 3 and the normal.
All right, looks like a lot of approach here on Power of Victory already.
Coba nonton ulang, Bang. Digeser ke belakang videoku. Nanti balikin lagi.
Already directly.
Minta tolong.
Now, critically, if you can get control of the center, it means
Seharusnya
that you
benar
can
ini.
fight through these choke points. And archers are the name of the game for damage. And if you're trying to funnel through those choke points and some berserkers are set up in the front, it's really hard to enter.
Oke, salah. Aku guys yang salah, guys.
Directly focusing just on this alone, some bases have been taken already.
Some of the normal bases has been touched by Kings, especially base 10 and 12.
So the strategy here for these two squads has been to
Bentar,
try to get as
bentar,
many
bentar.
bases as possible, but I think Kings have an inherent advantage because they already have
YMIR
tower victory control,
War
and it's currently
Live.
4 bases to 4 bases here in terms of normal base occupation at the moment, so the buffs are even, but
Okay,
Kings
gini.
have positional advantage.
Kita
Now,
pin komen dulu.
NAEU 004 going to try to break through, and the fight is going to begin.
Some of the higher tier players are going to be
Klaim
breaking in,
dulu,
have
guys.
some massive AoEs, do tons of damage, breaking down half of the troop.
The Toxie Holy just came in and started nuking, doing a ton of damage.
Because each skill can hit up to 15 if you time it correctly with some stun. And the tower also attacks, has a lot of stuns and AoEs in terms of damage. So if you time
Mirip
it
play, ya.
perfectly, you can wipe out like 30, 40 at a time.
You can see NAEU 004 getting a ton of damage
Bentar aku kencing
on
dulu.
the breakthrough. I
Kamar
would say
mandi.
it was pretty
Toilet.
successful here.
Oh, even
but
Toxie getting spotted though.
yeah, he is
Target
getting
down.
focused down for sure. Going incredibly low.
Down he goes.
Down he goes. They just
Oh, he got
focused
the
him down
heal.
now. They got the res. The heals come through. It is a huge battle here, though, just around the Tower of Victory.
And there are a lot of skills that gives you invincibility for a couple of seconds, so that's something that you have to be when the enemy is knocked. That's exactly when you focus the most damage. But there will be skulls around you, trying to give you heals and revives.
And I notice a lot of these players already have lost one of their revives and have teleported back in. That is significant. When you lose that, it means that you're going to be a little bit less powerful, or less. You know, if you end up losing another one, you have to really think about whether you want to go into these fights or try to play the bases instead. Do have one of our Conclave representatives pushing through here and trying to do.
Ya,
a lot of
besok
damage.
pemenang dari sini nanti lawan Korea
Very
Saver.
popular big names. We have two the World Kings. One is Scald, one is Archer. So we will name you both. But as you can tell, defeated Kings about 49. But on the other hand, about a little less than double.
Yeah, a lot of the
AU
point.
losing 9.
Ini birebeknya
the
kok
point
1
difference here, a
jam
lot of it for
sendiri
the
nih.
Kings is just from the amount of players they are able to defeat. And
Exactly, and one more base for Kings.
I would say that NAEU's breakthrough was successful in that they were able to get onto the point, but they just could not compete in combat power and started to get wiped out.
Prepare-nya 1 jam
initially it looked
sendiri.
like they had been able to get through, but now it looks like it has kind of failed
Udah main
ultimately. Now
YMIR
they've
dulu,
fallen
main
behind,
YMIR
they
dulu.
lost control, and we'll see
Kita
what they
main
decide
YMIR
to do on the rest of the map here
buka-bukain
instead. They're doing a
gacha-gacha.
big wraparound towards the south part of the map right now as well.
Toxie already lost one of the life. 2 hearts only. We see hearts going down to only 1. And then if you die 3 times, you can't respawn back into the field. You just have to watch.
So keep an eye, of course, on that tower.
Kurang tahu ya,
Right
Sombra.
now, far in the bottom center of your screen. See just how long it takes to actually destroy the Tower of Victory. So, you know, right now, Kings have a majority of their forces here, but they have other members around the map getting information about the movements of NAEU 004. But they have critically most of their damage here focused on trying to get this Tower of Victory down ASAP.
Yeah, and on the other side
Nggak
of the
ada
map,
yang
around the
menyala,
spawn
anjir,
camps,
anjir.
especially like these sides, most of the players, especially from Kings, they're grouping around the spawn, rotating big around, not into the inner. They're rotating outskirts off of the bases because they just cannot get into the choke point. There are some guards from Kings guarding those choke points in a way.
That's exactly what's happening. Not to mention that there are also a lot of Kings members around these spawn points, the bases that are being currently held by NAEU 004. So they have to defend them and kind of camp their own bases, regroup, get those spawns together. And it looks like right now they're trying to figure out their best battle plan to break through. There's still a lot of time. As you can see, Tower of Victory sitting at 67%. So there is some time to work with here, but Kings definitely in full control right now.
Well, already some of the players from NAEU already just got wet 1 health. If you see dark colored hearts on top of their head, it means that's their last life already.
Absolutely. Not to mention 3 players completely eliminated, as you can see in the tombstone underneath their current score as well. So 3 players are already out of the battle. They're already outnumbered by about 70 at this moment in time.
Yeah, tombstone, which means they are targeted down, and they're currently dead, waiting for the respawn timer.
That's right, yeah.
And then on the right,
The heart is the ones that are actually eliminated, so I misspoke there. You're right. No one has actually fully eliminated yet. But
yeah,
3
you
are
can time
currently
your
dead.
respawn and come back with your teammates. I think they're just waiting for the
Iya,
time.
You're
asli.
absolutely
YMIR
right.
Kings
We're getting close to the
2026.
50% here on Tower of Victory. I mean, Kings right now just completely uncontested.
Yeah, the big contest and the big
Kita
point
coba ya,
right now
YMIR Kings
is they're
2026.
finally changing their normal base to capture.
Now the
Since they
tower-
have 4, 5, 6, they don't really need to go for the boss tower. They're just going for the big victory right now.
Yeah, now, critically,
Nggak bisa.
if this tower is captured, doesn't mean the game is over because they still actually have to get the crown and go to the designated crown touchdown location. But if this goes down, and Kings right now have full control, we're getting closer and closer to the halfway point, they get a ton of points as well. Not to mention they already have such an advantage in terms of their revives. You can see it on your screen here. Very few of these Kings players, one of these Conclave players is going to get focused down here as well. This is a rough time. As you can see, some of these stragglers trying to figure out the best place to enter the choke point. Which angle can we take? And Kings are just not only incredibly powerful here on the focus, but they're just not giving them any approach. And now some of these Conclave players are split off as they try to find the best angle. And even trying to go for example, a tower occupying right now takes so long as well that it just simply, I don't think, is going to be worth it for NAEU 004. I think they're going to have to try to break through here as this crown is spawning and try to regain control.
There's some information warriors out there from Kings. Just sitting near the choke points, making sure there's communication. Okay, this many classes going through from which choke point into the battlefield, the center battlefield.
Look at this.
All that info is being tossed.
You can see exactly what you're talking about.
Enggak, Bang. Pokoknya kodenya itu muncul waktu casternya yang cewek datang. Yang baju merah tadi loh. Setiap ada orang itu kadang ada kupon.
NAEU 004 in a really tough spot right now. The tower victory down to 34%. I don't want to call this one early, but it is starting to look really rough here. If
Tower victory going lower than 1/3 of its health right now. The contribution points is also there. I believe it's from Tower victory contribution point 2,000 points overall.
Absolutely, 2K. As here we go, we're going to see an attempted break-in here, I think. For some of these members of NAEU 04, it's just a small contingency, though. They can't really get in.
Likely they will also get the last hit with this many members around the tower, so it'll be closer to the 2,000.
Yeah, the last hit. I mean, there's just so much here for Kings that to steal it it's just not possible.
It is just not.
It's not realistic.
There's always chance, but you just can't go through this many people, this many warriors near the tower.
So what
we will see attempts, though. We will see attempts from NAEU at the perfect timing.
Now, remember also, NAEU 004 can try to min-max where they think the crown touchdown location will be and try to group there and stop the route of the crown carrying player and try to control the choke point on exit here for Kings to make the crown path a lot tougher, because the crown carrier is obviously going to move very slow and isn't necessarily going to be able to take that crown in the most optimal path if NAEU 004 are set up to intercept. I think trying to stop the Tower of Victory from going down, the crown from being picked up at this point is probably a fool's errand. I think NAEU 004 are aware of that, as we see it. Fit89 is one of our strongest players, one of our reps here, just trying to get some more information and pick off any stragglers. One revive left on this player, but he does get away on the mount.
Yeah, because those can provide some stuns and the knock if it lands perfectly. As you can see, trying to target down a specific player, still surviving, yeah, even if against that many archers.
It's El Chapo here, just with some backup
slowed.
Here.
Still, look, that AoE breaks through the entire force.
Yeah, they just get wiped. That's 3 more down.
Oh, he did have some team members coming along.
Yeah, no, he did have a few, but
he was able to tank so far.
He tanked for them to show up. So it's like, even if you think you've isolated
6% wolf.
Yeah, it's
coming down the wire.
It's going down. There's no one from NAEU.
Is there anyone else coming?
No one is going to be able to stop this. It is just going down, G-Clef. 4%,
it seems
3%.
So, 1,000 for the last hit. Oh, we do see some of the members.
One guy's trying to sneak in.
Sneaking in, 1%, 1.5%. Tower of Victory about to go down.
Jaeger coming in.
And Lauda from Kings. They do take the point. Look at the point, 6,000 now from Kings.
And look who has the crown. The world.
Oh, boy. So the movement speed will be very slow.
The crown is directly...
Oh, but there's the contest now.
Okay, we are having a late contest here now. The crown spawn...
All the ultimates popping everywhere.
The crown spawn location is directly south of this point, so they need to get the world south as fast as possible and defend that path. And right now, most of the Kings players are on the northern side.
They're still pushing them out.
Yeah, they cannot actually get to intercept. They're stuck there in the middle, and they cannot actually get to where that point is. And right now, it looks like it might be a free road here. Look at the path. If you look just directly of the world here, the crown carrier currently.
Perfect.
There's no way that NAEU, or they don't have anybody there to stop it. They cannot get access.
Yeah, they do have to... Well, the world has to come around the path a little bit, because when you have the crown, you are slowed down so far. But you have this many members around you guarding. And then the first fight was a stomp.
So
right
I'm
there.
looking at the map right now, and I'm seeing a lot of NAEU players are trying to find their way to wrap around and ignore the crown carrier currently, because breaking through this formation is impossible, and try to get to the touchdown location specifically, which is on base 2 in the south. And if you know, YMIR, you know what I'm talking about. It's the southern central base. That is the touchdown point. They are grouping there right now. They are rushing over, and they're going to try to set up a formation. As you can see here, they're catching
coming around
some
base
stragglers
9
as well. They have one chance to defend this. One big fight is all they've got.
Because Kings right now, with that many points, they're trying to finish the game right now with the touchdown. But look, Toxioli in the middle, trying to keep his teammates, the other Warriors in the same server, alive. But look at that much damage pouring down.
Toxi Magic burst
Oh,
down there.
Minty. Targeting one by one, they're falling like flies.
They really are. You can see some of these members with just one heart
Some
left.
of the Archer AoEs just taking like 4, 5, 6 of them down in this one skill.
I would say the crown is about 50 to 60% of the way to the touchdown point right now as well, G-Clef. They just don't look like they can stop it as they are pouring through here. So many defeated. 6 players of NAEU 0047 now completely eliminated. But I don't know if it's really going to come down to that. They just don't have the combat power to break through this formation. The crown is getting closer and closer. You and I were talking before this cup, where there was this new format, we thought maybe some of the games could be a little bit faster than hitting 0. This game might end in less than 20 minutes. He's on the way.
You might be 100% right. And they still have, look, there's still the Tower of Occupying right there in front of the boss. So, and then you just need to get through.
He's so close.
Dude, because the point gap is so big right now, you don't really need to care about anything else except for the touchdown. So a lot less to focus from Kings. Even one of the highest tier from Kung Leave, getting focused down so far.
Hentai gets focused here as well. Gets res, but focused
not
again.
Many hearts on top.
And it looks like this might just
good
be the beginning of
dodges.
the end. So close to it.
Few high tier actually scrolling in,
Ini
trying
tadi
to
yang
make some
hampir
damage because this could be the most
mau
dangerous.
menang.
Oh,
I mean,
he got
he's
through.
just not
He
even
got
getting
through
CC.
the choke point.
He's just walking in.
Nyaman
He's
banget
gone.
tuh
No one
bawahnya.
can touch him.
Gak ada
He
perang.
doesn't care.
At the movement.
Gak ada yang bisa hit
There
juga.
it is. Kings taking the first semifinals right.
The battle for the throne, YMIR Cup, reignited. Welcome to the
main
battlefield where
dulu
every
ya.
server's top clans wage their fiercest war.
Udah nungguin ramai tuh 40 menit. Enggak full juga.
The regional qualifiers in each division determine the winning server. From that server, only its top 5 clans can compete in the YMIR Cup World Championship. Up to 500 players can enter, regardless of server. When the match begins for your server, the YMIR Cup icon lights up on the right of your minimap. Press it to enter the battlefield. To begin, you're randomly placed at one of 6 starting points. When defeated, you can resurrect at one of these points and rejoin the battle, though the starting points themselves keep changing. Early in the battle, securing bases is key. Capturing a base earns points and various buffs, and lets you teleport straight to it to gain the upper hand. And the more bases you hold, the stronger those buffs become. Bases come in 2 types, normal and boss. Normal bases can be captured by interacting with the occupying stone. For boss bases, first destroy the Tower of Occupying at the entrance, then interact with the occupying stone to capture it.
Masa iya
Normal
kesini?
bases can be recaptured freely, but boss bases
Biar
once
cepat
captured
selesai.
can never be recaptured. So be strategic about your captures. If you couldn't secure a boss base, try a different strategy. Capture normal bases for buffs or recapture enemy bases to weaken their forces. Which bases to target, how to play it out. The tide of battle is yours to turn. If you are defeated in battle, you can resurrect and rejoin the fight, but you can only resurrect up to 3 times. So watch the battlefield and tread carefully. Luckily, 2 types of braziers appear randomly across the map. Pick one up to restore
Jadi guys,
resurrection counts for your
ya,
clan or your server.
recovery life
If
harus
casualties pile
ngancurin
up on your
obor
server, use braziers strategically to
ngancurin
keep
ini
the
ya.
fight going.
life. kayak kompor gitu.
Once you've secured enough bases, the endgame begins, the fight for the Tower of Victory. Destroying the Tower of Victory earns points and brings out the crown, the key to victory or defeat. Once the crown appears, bases can no longer be captured, so timing the tower's destruction is crucial. From here, all forces converge on the final battle for the crown. To win, you must claim the crown and carry it to the target zone. The moment the crown is taken, the crown holder bears the weight of the crown, and victory now rests on
Ngambil
the
crown
server
dapat buff
working as
maksimum
one.
health
Server members must
200%
protect
instant
the
health
crown holder
recovery,
and
stun
rally
weapon kena
together to reach the
resistant
target zone.
50%,
The target zone
PvP
forms
evasion
at one of the
100.
3 boss bases, and you can check it on the mini-map. If the crown
Dan harus
holder is
ke
defeated while on the move, the
spot
crown
tower
drops
yang
where
nyala
they
warna
fell.
kuning.
And if a player from the enemy server grabs the dropped crown, the target zone changes. A crown touchdown is worth the most points in the YMIR Cup, so the outcome stays uncertain until the final moments.
Main
Whichever server lands the crown touchdown can swing the entire match. The final
Kok
clash
nggak
over
ada
the crown,
partian?
where a single choice decides the winner. If time
Ada
runs
no-
out in a
ada
close
AFK
match with
nonton.
no crown touchdown, the outcome is decided by the points earned during the match. Points can be earned by destroying the Tower of Victory and Towers of Occupying, as well as capturing bases, defeating players, holding the crown, and landing crown touchdowns, as shown in the scoring table. If the final scores are tied, the tiebreaker rules decide which server wins. The stage is set. Glory awaits the victor alone. Stake the honor of your server and march toward final victory. And in that moment of glory, who will claim the crown of victory? See it all unfold in the YMIR Cup World Championship Season 2. The battle for the throne, YMIR Cup, reignited.
Ini yang kemarin season 1 ini ada di Pros sama itu dari Buenas. Sekarang udah season 2. One shot wait will win. Jamnya agak sesuai nih. Seharusnya selesainya jam 12. Lama di commercial breaknya. Kita daily dulu guys. Kita daily.
Hi guys, it's Bella here. It's time for the halftime interview. I have with me Sombra servers, very own Sombra, and of course Cesar from Test Server. Good to see both of you. Nice to have you join us here in Seoul. Tell me, how is it being here with us for the first time for season 2? Should we start with Sombra first?
It's an amazing event. Everything is treating us so nicely. It actually impressive. I expected less.
Yeah, you're very, very welcome here. What about you, Cesar? How's your experience been like?
Well, I'm thankful that we came here, and I'm very thankful as well for our guide and for the people who are here because they are very nice and very gorgeous. So far it's a good experience.
Yeah, so far you say, because we have match 2 coming up and we want to hear your thoughts about, how the day's gonna go on your end and what you think about the opponent that is standing right here.
Well, technically he's not my opponent. He's just we're just gonna fight each other in the battlefield. But so far I am confident with our communication skills and with our unity with our commander, Brother Lou, and with the leadership of Duj. So I think we are somehow in good hands, but we cannot underestimate them.
Right, for sure, for sure. What about you, Sombra? I know you're not gonna, from what I heard, you're not gonna be competing yourself. You're here to support your server, right? What's that
This is
been like?
a short interview.
Basically, I manage the server because of the system we made. So all the players kind of trust me in Brazil and they're playing on my server. But I know them very well. I know they're gonna compete very harshly against the server. Their server, our is stronger. They are a lot stronger, but we have pride on our skills and commands.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, did you have a pep talk that you gave your team and your guys?
Basically, the guys doing the pep talk left the stage. But yeah, basically, we are very motivated today to play. And we're gonna do our best to try to win.
Right. I mean, they said they are afraid. They know your power. They're, looking out for themselves. What would you like to say? Are you a bit of a trash talker?
No.
No.
Basically, we're not. We're banned to do that in our server. We just want
nice.
to maintain a respectable game wherein all of us are friends, and the priority is to have fun.
Yeah, to have fun. And, the big thing waits for you tomorrow. The winner of this match will be in the finals. What are your expectations? Any last words before you get the final, ticket to the finals?
Sombra, good luck.
Oh, nice. He said, that's not trash talking. That's like a statement. What about you?
Keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open. All right, thank you for joining me, gentlemen. Best of luck to you for match 2. And we will be back with the final match
Jago
of the
mana nih
day.
guys? Cheese
Wave with
atau
me.
Sombra?
Bye.
Daily. Setengah jam lagi ya atau 30 menit lagi. Makan dulu guys, daily dulu. Dong, oh cheese. Iya sih, cheese sih bakal. Anjir, batunya kok habis semua di sini.
The battle for the throne, YMIR Cup, reignited. Welcome to the battlefield where every server's top clans wage their fiercest war. The regional qualifiers in each division determine the winning server. From that server, only its top 5 clans can compete in the YMIR Cup World Championship. Up to 500 players can enter, regardless of server. When the match begins for your server, the YMIR Cup icon lights up on the right of your minimap. Press it to enter the battlefield. To begin, you're randomly placed at one of 6 starting points. When defeated, you can resurrect at one of these points and rejoin the battle, though the starting points themselves keep changing. Early in the battle, securing bases is key. Capturing a base earns points and various buffs, and lets you teleport straight to it to gain the upper hand. And the more bases you hold, the stronger those buffs become. Bases come in 2 types, normal and boss. Normal bases can be captured by interacting with the occupying stone. For boss bases, first destroy the Tower of Occupying at the entrance, then interact with the occupying stone to capture it. Normal bases can be recaptured freely, but boss bases, once captured, can never be recaptured, so be strategic about your captures. If you couldn't secure a boss base, try a different strategy. Capture normal bases for buffs or recapture enemy bases to weaken their forces. Which bases to target, how to play it out. The tide of battle is yours to turn.
Ada party.
If you are defeated in battle, you can resurrect and rejoin the fight, but you can only resurrect up to 3 times. So watch the battlefield and tread carefully. Luckily, 2 types of braziers appear randomly across the map. Pick one up to restore resurrection counts for your clan or your server. If casualties pile up on your server, use braziers strategically to keep the fight going. Once you've secured enough bases, the endgame begins, the fight for the Tower of Victory. Destroying the Tower of Victory earns points and brings out the crown, the key to victory or defeat. Once the crown appears, bases can no longer be captured, so timing the tower's destruction is crucial. From here, all forces converge on the final battle for the crown. To win, you must claim the crown and carry it to the target zone. The moment the crown is taken, the crown holder bears the weight of the crown, and victory now rests on the whole server, working as one. Server members must protect the crown holder and rally together to reach the target zone. The target zone forms at one of the 3 boss bases, and you can check it on the minimap. If the crown holder is defeated while on the move, the crown drops where they fell. And if a player from the enemy server grabs the dropped crown, the target zone changes. A crown touchdown is worth the most points in the YMIR Cup, so the outcome stays uncertain until the final moments. Whichever server lands the crown touchdown can swing the entire match. The final clash over the crown, where a single choice decides the winner. If time runs out in a close match with no crown touchdown, the outcome is decided by the points earned during the match. Points can be earned by destroying the Tower of Victory and Towers of Occupying, as well as capturing bases, defeating players, holding the crown, and landing crown touchdowns, as shown in the scoring table. If the final scores are tied, the tiebreaker rules decide which server wins. The stage is set. Glory awaits the victor alone. Stake the honor of your server and march toward final victory. And in that moment of glory, who will claim the crown of victory? See it all
20 menit
unfold
lagi.
in the YMIR Cup World Championship Season 2. The battle for the throne, YMIR Cup, reignited.
Ini kayak loading awal-awal ini.
The battle for the throne, YMIR Cup, reignited. Welcome to the battlefield where every server's top clans wage their fiercest war. The regional qualifiers in each division determine the winning server. From that server, only its top 5 clans can compete in the YMIR Cup World Championship. Up to 500 players can enter, regardless of server. When the match begins for your server, the YMIR Cup icon lights up on the right of your minimap. Press it to enter the battlefield. To begin, you're randomly placed at one of 6 starting points. When defeated, you can resurrect at one of these points and rejoin the battle, though the starting points themselves keep changing. Early in the battle, securing bases is key. Capturing a base earns points and various buffs, and lets you teleport straight to it to gain the upper hand. And the more bases you hold, the stronger those buffs become. Bases come in 2 types, normal and boss. Normal bases can be captured by interacting with the occupying stone. For boss bases, first destroy the Tower of Occupying at the entrance, then interact with the occupying stone to capture it. Normal bases can be recaptured freely, but boss bases, once captured, can never be recaptured. So
9
be
menit lagi,
strategic
10
about
menit,
your
10 menit.
captures. If you couldn't secure a boss base, try a different strategy. Capture normal bases for buffs or recapture enemy bases to weaken their forces. Which bases to target, how to play it out. The tide of battle is yours to turn. If you are defeated in battle, you can resurrect and rejoin the fight, but you can only resurrect up to 3 times. So watch the battlefield and tread carefully. Luckily, 2 types of braziers appear randomly across the map. Pick one up to restore resurrection counts for your clan or your server. If casualties pile up on your server, use braziers strategically to keep the fight going. Once you've secured enough bases, the endgame begins, the fight for the Tower of Victory. Destroying the Tower of Victory earns points and brings out the crown, the key to victory or defeat. Once the crown appears, bases can no longer be captured, so timing the tower's destruction is crucial. From here, all forces converge on the final battle for the crown. To win, you must claim the crown and carry it to the target zone. The moment the crown is taken, the crown holder bears the weight of the crown, and victory now rests on the whole server, working as one. Server members must protect the crown holder and rally together to reach the target zone. The target zone forms at one of the 3 boss bases, and you can check it on the minimap. If the crown holder is defeated while on the move, the crown drops where they fell. And if a player from the enemy server grabs the dropped crown, the target zone changes. A crown touchdown is worth the most points in the YMIR Cup, so the outcome stays uncertain until the final moments. Whichever server lands the crown touchdown can swing the entire match. The final clash over the crown, where a single choice decides the winner. If time runs out in a close match with no crown touchdown, the outcome is decided by the points earned during the match. Points can be earned by destroying the Tower of Victory and Towers of Occupying, as well as capturing bases, defeating players, holding the crown, and landing crown touchdowns, as shown in the scoring table. If the final scores are tied, the tiebreaker rules decide which server wins. The stage is set. Glory awaits the victor alone. Stake the honor of your server and march toward final victory. And in that moment of glory, who will claim the crown of victory? See it all unfold in the YMIR Cup World Championship Season 2. The battle for the throne, YMIR Cup, reignited.
This is a reward. Companion, Ground, Steam Near. Steam Rear. That's so cool. It's like Unicron. Mana? Kode ini kah? Oke. Bentar. Udah it. YouTube lo mejengin sini aja it biar ada viewernya. Nanti buat submit quest soalnya. Yo, 4 minutes again. Three minutes. Cheese versus Sombra. That's like a Thor. Legend of YMIR. 2 minutes again. Prepare your popcorn. Let's watching the Cheese versus Sombra. last minutes. Rune Fighter. Runeless the strong of Rune. This is Rune coil skill. Great to the movement speed of nearby target before striking. Rune explosion. Enggak, Bang Pepper enggak ke sana. Perwakilan per server cuma 3 orang soalnya. Dia lebih milih balik ke SG kayaknya, ke Singapura sekarang dia. Ada di Singapura maksudnya. Bagus, bagus. Lumayan dapat garnet. Nah, biasanya kalau ada cewek ini ada kupon lagi. Nanti aja sekalian tunggu selesai.
Hello everyone, it's Bella here and welcome back to YMIR Cup World Championship Season 2. And now
Welcome
that
back,
our
Bella.
first match, King server, is done and dusted, we only have more excitement and tension growing. Looking back at match 1, the introduction of the life system, we definitely saw the changes that the team operates and battles, the ones that they have prepared. And new strategies and decisions that we did not see in Season 1, we were able to catch some of them in our first match. And our players waiting behind me for match 2 are all locked in and very focused given our halftime interviews. And before our match 2 begins, I have yet another surprise prepared for you. As a thank you for waiting till the end, we have a special gift. It's the World Championship Package Coupon. As you can see on the bottom of
guys,
the screen,
coupon baru.
enter the code so that you could claim your reward. And of course, for our KR users, remember to put the alphabets KR
YMIR Crown
at
Class.
the end of the coupon when redeeming it. You guys know the drill. And
Let's
our
read them
last
first.
battle for the ticket to the finals begins. Chess server and Sombra server are about to have a big fiery showdown. Which team will advance to the finals? I have no idea and I'm super excited. So we're gonna send it over to G, Clef, and Wolf and get to the games.
Done.
YMIR Cup World Championship Season 2, we are back with our second match of the day. I have a feeling match 2 is going to be a lot more contest than match number 1, Wolf.
Well, I'm really hoping so, G-Clef, because match number 1 ended up ending in like 13 minutes and 52 seconds or something like
Quite
that.
one-sided, to be
Incredibly-
honest.
Incredibly quick, and I think no one necessarily expected the strategy that we saw there from Kings to just rush in and go for the tower victory straight away. Both these teams have been able to watch that match and potentially even adjust or adapt their strategy based on what they saw already. So really curious to see how the evolution of this tournament will continue.
Maybe if one team think that they have much more power, or in terms of number compared to the other team, maybe they can just go straight to the center and take the big tower, take the crown, finish it. But I don't think that's going to be the case for match number 2. It's a lot more closer in numbers, not just the number of people, warriors participating in the battlefield, the power between the two teams. It's a lot more closer compared to match number 1 that we have. So I think this will be quite a fight
YMIR team
actually into
for
like 40,
preparing
50 minutes
YMIR
even.
Cup
Maybe
Season
at the end of
2.
the timer for 1 hour.
Yeah, I mean, I
Is
hope we get to
very good,
see
yes.
a really big
I know
crown
is,
contest. We did hear in the
everything
post-game
is
interview
smooth,
that, you know, they were saying the
no
Kings
issue
representative said
like
that
disconnect
the
or something.
chess server is considered to be the heavy favorites, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think I and you would both agree with that. But that they know Sombra is quite strong. They know that server actually has a lot more power than I think people realize. So,
So
maybe this
viewer
matchup
can
and hopefully this
enjoy
matchup will be a lot closer.
I think so. The
watching
moment they
or
get in, I think they'll
stream
get like
YMIR
some
Cup.
feelings, test the waters a little bit because Sombra does have really big powerhouse players. Certainly, I think they have to really pinpoint them down first, and then try to see, okay, can we actually nail them down with the amount of forces that we have, strategy that we have prepared? Oh, if that fails, then chess might be in a rush, and they might turn into a different strategy. I think because we are somewhat tighter in terms of power
Guys,
between the two teams,
wait,
we
wait,
do
wait,
have
wait.
to work with the outer
I
bases
need
first. I don't think we
change
go
my
straight into the big tower in the center. Maybe we could
little
test for some of the
stream.
bosses, which you have
Let's
to
type
capture if it's
K1.
somewhat matching numbers.
Yeah, I would hope to see that because that's how the battlefield is designed,
It
right?
is
I don't think
semifinal, right?
that with a much closer number of players
Semifinal.
in the actual battlefield itself, that you would be able to just go straight to the tower picture. But time will tell as our second semifinal here for Season
Semifinal.
2 is about to be kicked off here. It's Chess against Sombra.
Yes, coming to meet our Warriors on the stage, YMIR Cup semifinals match number 2. Chess versus Sombra. First team, they have united as one for this YMIR Cup. Chess server.
This is
Chess
this
server coming out onto the
server.
stage, putting their banner in. A big favorite coming into this matchup, but very respectful in the pregame halftime interview, as well as we do see Master H, Akma, Caesar, and Brolu take the stage here
Let's
amongst
go.
applause. See if they can live up to the expectations that have been set. They
I
look
like this,
confident,
like,
but also very
pro
gentlemanly
player.
as well, as we saw in that pregame interview.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
And they mentioned that it's all about the teamwork, but their opponent came together all the way to
And
complete
please
the
welcome
3-1
for
brave achievement.
Sombra server.
server.
Sombra all the way from SA. And Sombra
This is
himself
from SA
is going
server.
to take the stage here. Our special guest to cheer on his squad. Some thought-provoking glances here, some confidence out of Sombra himself, as we do have Haku as well joining on the stage. This team comes in again as underdogs, but a team that everyone respects, a server that is feared in SA.
Very strong team overall. See, as players take the stage, take the
Imagine,
seats, and get ready
imagine
for our
I
big battle on
in
the
this
field. We'll
tech.
have a lot more of
I will
them
hook
joining
too.
online. Just have the players here on the stage, but it's about the battlefield fight and how they rotate. It's all about the strategy.
Now, notably, Sombra will not be participating in the match, not the server, but
Join
the
the Discord,
one it is
guys.
named for, so
First,
that's why he's not
let's
taking the
check.
stage. Now, here are our
Master.
representatives here for chess. We have Master H
Proxy,
with a
Chaser,
recent
and
name
Bro.
change,
Checkmate.
Akma, Caesar, and Brolu. These are the ones who were just on stage moments ago. As Master H, definitely the highest combat power player
This
of
is
these
a
three
new
at
name.
455,000 as an archer.
Oh,
In the
very-
Debro clan, which is a very notable clan here in chess.
Yeah, with TVZ and
Okay.
Roundtable, Checkmate, all really well-known clans, all put together to join in forces for this chess server to maybe win the semifinals, go all the way, and take the trophy home for Season 2. Their
This
opponent,
is
though,
from
Sombra
Sombra.
is here to stop all that.
Yeah, now these three members, like what we saw from NAEU
Fanning,
004 earlier,
Sombra,
are all
Haku.
representatives of the same clan in Neverlost. So as you can see
So,
here, we have three different clans represented here, so they're all going to be communicating
Sombra
with
is
their
from
clans and
SA
with each other in the
server.
match. But on the other side here
It is
for
a
Sombra,
partner.
we have Haku,
Partner
who's
server.
actually as a rune fighter here, our sole representative
Because
of
the name
rune
is
fighter
Sombra,
in
like
this
the
tournament.
player.
So very excited to see how he's going to
Sombra.
perform. Has a very, very strong amount of combat power at 460,000.
That's right. Compared to all the other
Yeah.
classes, Rune Fighter
Ya, baru
relatively
mulai,
newer
Bang-
compared
Bang
to the
Ray.
other classes, and we don't have that
Ini
many
baru
high tier, like
setting-setting
top
dulu.
tier Rune Fighter compared to the other classes. But if you can manage to pull your power that high, you have a lot of bruising power, some damage by yourself, lots of CCs. You can also take damage and bring in the forces in the front line.
Yeah.
So that's the power of Rune Fighter.
It takes a
Ada
lot of
kode baru
mastery
ya,
to be
itu
able to
YMIR
play
Crown
Rune Fighter at
Clash.
this level and to know when to go in and when to find that backline access, because you are a lot squishier than any other frontliner. So if you go in at the wrong moment, you will be focused down, you will be easily taken out. So he has to pick his battles correctly while managing so much more as we move into our second semifinal. No, the big question on my mind going into this is, will we see a repeat of the rush to the Tower of Victory? Because you're saying you think probably not. I think there's still a chance that we could end up seeing, after what we saw last time and how much that choke point control mattered, a big brawl on the Tower of Victory. We're talking everyone on the server is fighting for control right at minute 1. But both these teams might not have prepared that strategy. They might want to look for base control, a slower approach, going for
Komersial
faster
breaknya
takes of
tadi
the
lama
Tower
juga
of
kok.
Occupying, so
Sejam
they
kan.
can then get those boss bases and operate through that to then control the crown push.
The moment they go in and realize their starting points, I think they can go. They can immediately change the strategy and go for the normal base and rotate, starting from the exterior into the choke points. There are only 3 big choke points when we come in from exterior into interior, and those are going to be like 12, 10, 9, 8 normal bases first, and then they work their way in if they go in. So I think that should be the first. If they have a big clash moment they start, I don't think they will go for the immediate tower. So we will see. We'll see how they form, because it seems like they need to do some extra testing before we actually hop into the game immediately. So we will have some time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys are all Legend of YMIR players. You guys have all followed, you know, I'd say probably a lot of you watched Season 1, and we've changed the rules here a little bit. We have the life system, which G-Clef and I talked about earlier, where you have 3 revives. But ultimately, you know how this works. We have 500 people coming into around approximately 500
max
people
500.
going into this battle. So that means that we have people all over the world, in South America to Asia, right? Logging into this service. So thank you for your patience as we do make sure everyone's in, everyone has the correct settings, so we can have the most legitimate, best competitive integrity at the peak match possible. So
Yeah,
bear with us.
and usually when I go through these like silver wars, of course or not that many times, so actually physically joining with the voices with the clans, but still, when there's this much of a fight and because of reward, of course everyone's getting the reward, but if you get the first place, there are some really good selectors that doubles. If you get doubled selector, then it's a lot more reward. Of course, even the second place, third place gets a lot of reward, but the first place, oh man, I don't even know. That's a big upgrade in your power.
Absolutely.
Also,
I mean,
for the entire server, so it's worth a lot.
It's worth so much, and it of course will make your server stronger for example, you know, a potential Season 3, right? And for the rest of time, right? So if you get that, it's such a permanent win for your server, for your region. And that's what you're fighting for here. You're fighting for more than just this match.
So it seems like we have a couple of minutes to set things up. So we'll have the coupon once again. I believe it should
come
pop
up.
up
There
right
it
there.
is.
There it is.
And make sure that if you are watching this as a Korean and you are on the Korean server, you add KR
At the
YMIR
end. Yeah, at the end to
WC
have the coupon code for the
S
Korean coupon codes.
Buah
It's
Glory.
available until July 4th, so you have about a week. But you better do
That's
it right now
Sweden.
because you want all of these in
don't
one
forget.
package.
I'll do it later. Don't do it later. Do it right now.
If you do it later, you oftentimes forget. That's the thing. You have to do it now or later. And likely we will have more coupon codes later. So
Also,
do it now. That's all you
as,
need.
You know, Bella mentioned earlier, we do currently have an event where if you subscribe to the YMIR Global YouTube channel, you can actually get some rewards there as well. It'll be gifted globally. So if you haven't subscribed and you're just tuning in right now and you're watching, press that subscribe button.
I subscribed twice already. Wolf, did you?
I actually subscribed 4 times.
Oh, double. You have a lot of accounts. Nice. We need that number, though. We need that number to reach the maximum price. So go do it now if you haven't. And on top of that, we have so many YMIR Cup events happening in-game. Like, if you go in-game and you log in every single day, there's like a gazillion pop-up that you have to
new
see this today,
new
do not see this today, do
coupon
not see this
and the
today.
player
Because
happy.
there's so many events. This is a festival like YMIR Cup.
Coupon
Has
baru,
so much
coupon
going
baru.
on, so much reward. If you go check all the rewards, there's so much that you should have got already. If you missed it, make sure to check each one of them, see what you can get even today.
I mean, if you're able to get some of these big rewards, then if you're, for example, watching this thinking, one day I want to be in one of these clans that plays in the YMIR Cup World Championship in the future, right? Maybe that's one of the big steps that gets you closer and
Uh-huh.
closer, gets you noticed.
To
And don't
top rank.
forget
Sub button we talked about. We
milestone
are
for
moving along the
YouTube.
line.
We are only like 300
We made
away
official.
Wow.
from 95K, maybe 100K. I think I heard
Let's
300. Yeah,
check.
300 away. Wow.
So
All of
get
you
in there.
watching now, get an extra account, hit that subscribe button, and we are on. I believe the last one has the most amount of prize. So
That's
better
what
do
it
it
looks
now.
like to me.
We already did it, so you should also join. And I'm sure Bella's doing it on the backstage right
Yes,
now,
of course.
getting that number up. So not just these, there's a whole lot of set of events. We can't go through all of them because there's just so much going on. It's been going on for the last weeks since the tournament was announced. And it
Yeah.
will also continue after this weekend as well. So please keep in mind that it is going on in the game, and try to get all the rewards possible because you might end up needing those resources.
You will.
Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow, maybe the next week. When you try to level up, when you try to grind your gears higher towards the maximum. Maybe you're not in the top 700 yet, but in that line where you kind of can
Look,
try to push forward.
you always want to be prepared. We all know the story, G Clef, and you and I are now fathers, of the three little pigs. You want to build your house with bricks, not
yeah.
with straw.
With cement.
Yeah. Make your setup robust. Have all the tools possible. All you
Yeah.
got to do is participate in our events.
Yeah, I know. Put the concrete down in the base. Make sure it's solid.
That
and
is
nice,
left,
and
bro.
not be
Live
not be
stream.
broken at all. And then just
Very
work your way
clear.
up. And they
I'm not trying to
This
say
is
I'm the big
for
bad wolf, although I am
very
wolf
free.
that's going to blow your house down if you don't, but somebody out there might take your spot. As we are slowly, it looks like, getting
out now, which we're getting ready to jump right into the battlefield. As soon as that is ready, we will have the stage out for you. And just minutes away. And which means we have the coupon. Is it a different coupon this time?
Coupon again?
Here we have the coupon. Okay, this is the other coupon. It's a package
Coupon again,
4 this
guys.
time.
WCS2 Final Clash or WCS2 Final Clash KR.
Mm-hmm.
Final
And that
prize.
KR code, of course,
Let's
for Koreans
claim.
watching this, applies to all of these codes.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of coupons already. I better put in. I wrote them down for the first match.
I will put in the
Have 2
comment
more to
for the
put them down.
coupon.
So it seems like we already
So
have 4.
don't
Some of these packages
worry.
are actually incredible, very useful for every day. Getting those upgrade for your weapons and your equipments. I think that's exactly what you need in package 4, and a lot more materials. Yes, there are a lot more currencies being added also with the new expedition, and we need all of it. We need
You
all
got
of
to
it.
get all
Thank
of
you
it.
for the
because
coupons.
You got to max out.
Mhm.
Nobody wants to be like, well, my character is like kind of okay. It didn't actually get the full thing, but I'm fine with it. No, get your coupon codes and level up. It makes a difference, as we have seen and will see for the rest of this
especially with
tournament.
the not just somewhat related but unrelated with the recent patch with the expedition with the new difficulty. It's just a lot tougher. Even the top tier players, there are some moments where they have difficulties throughout the expedition. So I think it's somewhat required for you to level up, get the higher power. Not just that you can join in the war, you can also enjoy more content with the team.
Absolutely, and that's how the game at the highest level is played. Is you want to have the best gear, you want to get through all of that content, which is incredibly tough. But also for PvP experiences that you're going to have as well. You just don't want to get caught because the guy you ran into, he put his coupon code in, but you didn't.
Oh,
That's the worst.
hey, Wolf. 200 away now.
Okay, getting very close. Very, very close.
For 89?
That may
Very
not be
close, guys.
updated.
Let's
It may
see.
not be
Number that
updated, I think. Yes,
Because-
we're,
And get
we're
the
supposed to hit
milestone.
95. We're supposed to hit 95. Can we get more? Can we get
Check
more
my
subscribers
description.
right now?
You
Click
can
that.
follow
Smash
We Made
that sub
Official.
If you
We Made
only have
Global.
one account, make one right now. I think you have some time. Doesn't
Yeah.
take that long.
You don't have a YouTube
minute?
account? What are you doing in 2026?
I probably have 6 YouTube accounts.
Then why'd you only sub twice, G-Clef? What are you doing?
Oh, I didn't bring my phone. Didn't bring my extra phones. I only brought my phone and the laptop.
Also, why do you have so many YouTube accounts?
There are reasons. There are reasons. One for gaming, one for esports, to get the algorithm right.
Yeah,
To-
one
and
for
then-
children, I get it.
Yes. So hopefully we get that through before we are done with the match number 2. And here we're about a minute left.
Wow.
Before we get into the battlefield. So both teams should be finally focusing on the summary.
I'm so ready to see what the strategy looks like in this one compared to the last one. Do they go straight for tower victory? Do they go straight for the bases? They try to cut off the memories from getting to those bases. Which towers of occupying are the ones that go to? Obviously, a lot of it's going to come down to the spawns. Are they spawning on the exact opposite of each other, a little bit closer to each other? Are they going to clash on the way over? All of this stuff will be decided as soon as we get in there. So I don't want to speculate, but I am very excited for it.
Yeah, depending on the starting point, if they spawn on the other side, then they will just have draw half line in the middle and then take these bases, maybe the boss on the left, and the other side exactly the same in the mirror match, and then something might happen. Seems like the game is almost being
Let's
ready
go,
to
guys.
load in.
It's happening, G-Clip!
Time to Cheese
Match number 2
versus
of the
Sombra.
semifinals of day number 1 of YMIR Cup World Championship. Here we go.
Here we go. Good luck
Just
for
loading in numbers over
everyone.
200. Sombra about to be, getting all the players loaded up into the battlefield, and they're spawning. Sombra, I believe, at 1 o'clock.
This
Chess
is
from
yellow
7
and
o'clock,
Sombra
so
is
totally
red.
the opposite side.
This is
They won't be
Sombra.
clashing
All right,
right
as we
now.
rush into the center right now, we're going to see
And
where
this
these
is,
two do end up
Yeah, the big
colliding.
Cheese.
contest. I think
We can
4
see
and 6
Jennifer
will
in
be the
here.
big contest at
A few
center.
players have actually been sent off to the
Jennifer
south
is
here
very
for Team
strong,
Chess
guys.
to potentially wrap around, as you guys could see at the bottom, but otherwise everyone is heading in. Now, as we see fanning out here, not entering the Tower of Victory zone just yet, here is Sombra. However, a few members of Chess are actually in that center zone, gaining information as we're starting to see these bases get captured.
Yeah, 4 and 6, not much of a contest, but 5 I think will be the key, because 3 in the middle is the boss, so it'll take a lot more time. Already going for the tower
Maybe
occupying.
Chess
Right, so
need
with this, Chess are going
power
for this early Tower of
for
Occupying, looking for a fast take of the boss base. And this actually takes
Save
a
the
very long
crown.
time, as you guys will see if you look at Tower of Occupying 2.
Yeah, this is the south, the number 2 base.
But with this many players focusing it down, it will be much faster, obviously, than the Tower of Victory. And with archers, you want to have all your archers focusing it down because it doesn't matter how much damage or combat power, it's kind of tick-based, so how many hits you hit onto it is the speed at which you do it, so the
And
number
we
of
can
players
see in
matters
here
more than the strength
if
of player. And in fact, you kind of want to have your
Sombra
stronger players
is
controlling
very
zones
long.
elsewhere. Right now, 4 normal bases to 3, as Chess have the advantage there, and so a small buff lead over Team Sombra.
Oh, Sombra does take 4 over. Let's see which team. We're seeing some big contests over by 5. I think this is exactly
The
the
war
place.
is
Or
stuck
on
now.
the way, there's a lot of battle. And the Scald does get knocked, but
And-
still plenty of HP.
Team Sombra actually also
Sana
looking for a bit
is
of a
very
wraparound. On the map, you can see they're actually looking for kind of a pincer here. This actually could end up being pretty huge if they're able to get behind Team Chess and get some of their damage dealers a little bit exposed.
Yeah, they intentionally got a few parties off, going for all the way out. Let's see some of the big ultimates being dropped. Chess
That's
pushing
ultimate
down
skill.
line. Somewhat being
Prometical
sandwiched on both
Valkyrie.
sides. Seems like they are okay.
Tower of Occupying about to go down here. Still so
Line
much
being
controls from
Cobra trying to evade into the boss tower.
getting
is
so
huge.
close to it, but I
Who can get the last hit?
it's definitely going to be Chess, I think.
Very likely.
Death
Chess
God
does
got
get
it.
Chess is
And
take
most of the damage should
the
have come,
tower
come from
of
not from Chess.
occupying.
Getting the tower alone is huge. It gives you a huge point
No,
lead, but
this is,
securing it, that's where the battle is
point
going to happen
for
right now. As Here
Chess.
comes Sombra trying
Chess,
to
I mean
deny
Chess,
that channel
sorry.
from coming through.
The boss base, 500 per each. They can certainly go in, but there's a huge contest. Sombra came late, and that's why they're slightly lower in terms of numbers.
Yeah, they also just don't have the positional
Kayaknya
advantage.
masih
so
lebih
Chess are
ke
just mowing them down
Chess
right
deh.
now. Look
Yeah, look
at
at
the
defeated
defeated
numbers. Yeah,
numbers.
no.
They have
Lebih ke
tripled
Chess Mas Yan.
right now the
Cuma
defeated
ramean
number of
ramean Sombra
So,
kayaknya.
all these players have lost
Kalau
their
lihat dari
initial
radar
revives and are
di
gonna
map
have to try to
tadi,
rush over here
Sombra
to
lebih
that
rame
base
ya.
they have
Boss
captured.
MC, one of the big names.
Tapi kan rame kalau di YMIR kan rame doang
Trying to get close.
kurang.
Rune Fighter himself as well, trying to make sure that no one can get in here and stop the channel. Sombra are denying the channel, but
Archers.
it ultimately does go over to Chess here. Now, they do have this boss base as well as those 4 normal bases. And Sombra spent so many resources trying to deny that capture. They've lost so many of their players. They've also lost a lot of control. Now, right now, Chess are chasing
Strateginya
down those
beda
fragments.
sama
If you
King
get left
tadi.
behind here,
Kalau
you're
King
going
tadi
to die and then
langsung
get
ke mid,
desynced. So what'll happen
ngajar
next
tower
is Team
crown.
Chess
Kalau
will
ini
move
ngambil
into
tower
the
ojib
Tower of
tadi
Victory zone.
dulu.
You can see some of these clan members,
Terus
the old boys
diwaring
trying to
kayaknya
control
biar
this
seru
top
deh.
side here, are trying to see if
Nggak
they can
boleh
get
langsung
better
ke mid.
position. But look at all these isolated members here of Sombra just getting left behind. Team Chess pulls ahead 1,200 points, and the next point
Ya,
of call
jumlahnya
is
sama,
going to
Bang.
be that
Jumlahnya
Tower of
sama
Victory
kan,
once they clean
tapi
up.
kan
Here's
tetap
Jennifer
player
11
yang
as well
login
from
apa
Bill
enggak.
Servants, one of the most
Kalau
notable
jumlahnya
members here of
tetap
this
sama
server.
semua 500. Tapi tergantung playernya login atau enggak.
Not just in the server,
But in the world,
in the
basically.
world, basically. Hearing rumors that Jennifer is closer to like 600k power level, and there's an entire party around Jennifer as well. So we'll see.
Now we've seen the toggle of the revives. You can see most of these players here on Chess still have all of their revives. Team Sombra not
There's
so
the brazier,
lucky.
but you don't even need it.
Yeah, they are going to
Give
focus
all
this
the-
down. Though it's so valuable.
Secara
just in
kan
case
sekarang
this
masih
goes
hari
longer,
Sabtu
you
kan.
don't want to let anyone on the
Banyak
enemy team
banget
have any
pekerja
comeback here.
kemungkinan
So instead of
masih
actually going for the
kerja
Tower
gitu.
Victor, they're going to look for this Brazier instead. And it's down to about 70%, 60% health here. And see, some of the Team Sombra members are trying to contest, but the Sombra server just isn't making that much headway.
Yeah, because they have so many members around this already. Just putting much focus. Can anyone even contest and come? They will be pinned down, tapped, radared, and pinned immediately. I see some of the members from Sombra all the way over, but they're just climbing behind the choke points. Can they get here in time? I think it's about 10% HP left on the soul.
Looks like the pressure here is just not really working out. Big heal drop down.
Seru
And they're
pertandingan
focusing
ini.
this down. And
Chess
it's gonna go
lawan
over
Sombra.
to Team Chess. Chess server will get it. Ripper Jack picks it up. So that'll be +1 resurrection.
Yeah, but the max is 3, so you do not get to up to 4, even if you
That's
get
right.
an extra.
But
So
still, I mean, so many of those players who lost their first are now back up to 3. So
Exactly.
resources-wise,
and also, the opponent did not get to take it away
Exactly.
from you.
And you know, Sombra server already has one player who's dead completely off the
Completely dead,
server,
yes.
and that number's gonna go up and up as they try to get control of the Tower of Victory circle, but they can't get access, and they're actually just basically what we're seeing from Chess right now is catching these stragglers, and they're much better grouped up right now. As you can see, some of these entry points here, so tough as a Tower of Occupying here is under attack by Sombra, but they are just gonna get gunned down before they can get it.
Yeah,
Only taking 2%
Yeah,
of
Jennifer
that
kuat.
Tower of
Oh,
Occupying.
Itu yang
push
dikira
all the
admin
way.
itu.
This is near base 1. This was supposed to be the side of Sombra. Chess pushing all the way.
They're pushing
Go this way?
so hard right now,
Oh
and
my.
they just
Chess
lost
dapat
so
tower
many
lagi.
They're stealing the base as well, so might as
Base
well catch
number
all
8.
5 normal bases. And they might actually steal the tower away.
This
That's
is
huge.
really rough here for Sombra server.
All got their hands on the occupying stone.
Here we go, Tower of Occupying, just not really accessible here for Sombra.
At base 8. And Chess, they're trying to steal this boss away now, which is gonna make Sombra respawn very hard to do because they were supposed to take one side, like 1 o'clock
Exactly.
to 3 o'clock.
You're so-
But with this boss away, then I don't even know where they can actually group and spawn now.
Sementara
Except the
poin
starting point.
Chess
So keep in
masih
mind they also
memimpin
have 2 less
3.796,
buffs, because it's 5 bases
sementara
currently at
Sombra
Chess, which is the
ketinggalan
maximum you can
di
have because you only have 5 clans.
1.900.
Each clan has to occupy 1 base, but Sombra only has 3 bases, so not only are they outnumbered, and very quickly, as you can see now, 5 players have been eliminated, becoming more and more outnumbered. They aren't as powerful because they don't have those buffs, and like you said, they won't have the ability to
Bravo,
teleport there
dikeroyok.
on respawn.
Look,
You
if
can
they
see Chess
yeah.
gets base 7, and they have full control right now. They're rotating quickly,
Yeah.
getting the more relevant bases.
Yes. You try to rotate, if you get pinned down, you do have to really be careful where you go, which path you take. If you're alone, you will get sniped just like this. Look, Chess, the line really pushing them all the way around. This is actually
Kayaknya ya.
near the
Kalau
base
nggak
at
hari
all.
ini sih
Battle
finalnya.
between Unleash here and
Dan
Old
besok
Boys,
buat
but Old
penutupan
Boys look
acara
like they don't have a prayer, so they're
pemenang
just
YMIR
getting
Cup
focused
2
down,
ini
destroyed. Poor Maki
lawan
is
Korea.
here.
Yeah, this is near the starting
Nggak
points,
tahu
and because Sombra
ini
they
matchnya
just
sampai
cannot
kapan
get
nggak tahu.
in, there are so many choke points that are being
Semifinal doang atau
controlled by
sama
Chess.
finalnya.
They just have to go rotate so far and try to focus with their members, but this party that Chess has, there's a lot of power in them.
So Chess is going to replace one of their normal bases with a second.
Tapi semoga aja ini semifinal doang, jadi besok masih ada event final. Biar double-double kan kuponnya, biar lama juga. Semakin lama eventnya kan semakin banyak kuponnya.
By all of these clans here from Chess. So Checkmate is the clan that's focusing Tower of Occupying right now with some help from
Chess
the other
fokus
clans.
ke tower ini.
Serpents here and Bro and TBJ.
There are a couple of members.
This is so many
Sombra
points. This is
trying
worth
to
so many
contest.
points. And they're going to get them. So many members of
Final
Sombra are
second.
dying trying to
Last
get in here.
hit, 200 points.
And
course,
it's
Chess.
Ezra who gets it.
Chess dapat
And
tower
that will eventually
lagi,
be channeled here into a
semakin
second
tinggi
boss
poinnya,
base.
But do they
4.200.
even want to channel, or were they just going for the extra points? On the
Soalnya
top
mereka juga
occupying? I
kejar
think they're
poin
just
nggak
going extra
ya bang
points.
ini.
They got it. They
Tadi
They're
kan
rotating
King
again.
They left
poinnya
because they don't need the
6.200
TPS
kalau
to
nggak
kill the
salah.
Tower of Occupying anymore,
Ini
but they
Chess
left there a
lagi
few
ngumpulin
members of
poin.
the guards to get the capture.
Jadi
They did
mainnya
get it.
nggak langsung ke
They changed
tengah.
all their normal bases to this boss base, and now look like they're heading for control of the Tower of Victory.
Soalnya
That
poin
being
juga
said,
dihitung.
maybe not. Maybe they're actually going to rush over here. They've skipped the Tower of Victory and looking for the third Tower of
Ya, pakai
Occupying.
sistem
So
poin
they're
juga
looking for
sekarang.
three
Yeah,
boss
they
base
want
control.
all
Kita
the
megang
base
crown
control,
sama poin.
because the base, once the boss base is controlled, the opponent cannot take it back, unlike the
Tadi
normal bases.
pertandingan pertama
So
King
if
itu
they have free
dia
control,
mainnya
they just
langsung
have
ke
so much
tengah,
spawn of
langsung ke
opportunities
tower crown,
everywhere.
ngambil
1
crown
o'clock, 6 o'clock,
selesai.
and also 11 o'clock.
It's just
15
so much
menit
more,
cuman pertandingannya
space
yang
control
King
on the
lawan
map right now for
NA.
Team Chess, because they're up right now 16 members and they have a lot of extra buffs. Their power level across the map
Strateginya
is so much
King
stronger
gitu,
that it's hard
langsung
for
ambil
Sombra
tower
to actually
tengah.
rotate. And they can't break this phalanx anymore. This is all the archers are over here focusing this down. As you can see,
Oh,
some of these
last life?
never lost members are
Gord!
dying. And Bogador, the star player, he does not want to be
Only
losing
have
one
two
of these
left, two lives.
revives. He does
If
not
he died
want to lose
now, then he cannot really contest for the crown fight. Oh, getting
Needs to
pinged
get out.
down might be.
He needs to get out. He needs to get out. G-Club.
He already used the
Ulti.
escape.
Okay, the heal comes through.
There's a roll.
He's taking
Keras
some of
juga
these
ini.
members with him. He's actually surviving for a really long time here, but if he goes down, this is a disaster.
Okay, the Scald's near him. And another backstab shot. The backstab shot not
He's
only
low-
brings you back, you can also stun the opponents. So it is a
gets
really
mounted.
good escape
He's
mechanic.
mounted. He's
okay,
safe.
okay.
But that's the one point of good news, because the rest of the news is bad. Tower of Occupying 3 is
Masih
down
bisa
to
ngejar ini
40%,
kayaknya.
and there is just no contest. There's a small contingency
Masih kontes
of,
ini
I believe,
mereka.
never lost members near that Tower of Occupying, but they cannot get close enough. I think the goal for Sombra now should be to try to regroup. As you can see, Pogador is
Again, within the
trying
time, trying to pinpoint one at a time,
Yeah,
trying
any-
to do some damage when
any
it's
members
possible.
he can find. He wants
But
to
he
pick
has
them
to be
off.
careful. There's
Aduh.
an entire party of Chess trying to take him down. Oh,
Kena
oh.
Megan.
That's it.
Another-
He was massively CC'd there.
I mean, he picked a fight thinking that maybe he could.
BTW
come
Megan
straight,
itu
but it just
partnernya
totally
Jennifer ya.
destroyed him. As Boss MC gets another here as well. Boss MC, one of the star players here for Team Chess. They have 2 boss bases.
Oh, UG, I believe that's the final life. They have another death count.
Bos MC
So
lagi
many here.
ngebully.
And right now there's 20 dead effectively for Sombra, and they're gonna all respawn. Now, if that third boss base get picked, by the way, 10% on this Tower of Occupying, they have, in the event of a huge battle here for the Tower of Victory, they have massive spawn advantage. These Tower of Occupyings cannot be retaken. So for the rest of this game, Chess will have massive fast travel advantages to be able to get closer to reinforce the battle for the Tower of Victory. So instead of just going straight forward,
Chess
like we
dapat
saw
tower
from
lagi.
Kings earlier, Chess are
Penambahan
basically
poin,
ticking all their boxes,
4.700.
being incredibly safe,
Yes.
methodical. As here's another shot of Jennifer 11 here.
Yeah, another boss base. Trying to go toward it.
They've got all 3.
Occupying. Contribution plus the last hit, 400 each. So that's Chess.
Sekarang udah
Maintaining
menuju
that
ke mid
1200
tower
at
crown.
least for them. Here we go.
Udah pada masuk.
Into the Tower of Victory at 46 minutes after all the bosses.
So we're definitely going to have a longer game than we had in our previous semifinals, but it doesn't necessarily look like it's going to be any less one-sided. They have full control. And remember, in our last match, there was a ton of control over the Tower of Victory pit, but they didn't have all of these buffs that Chess has. Chess has control and the buff advantage and the spawn advantage, and they are just
Sementara
picking
ada
off these
beberapa player
Neverlost
Chess-
members here, left
Chess
and right.
yang di luar
I
ya
do
buat
see some of the chess
bersih-bersih.
members with like 2
Atau
and 3
nge-cover.
lives left. The Bukador, yes, we saw him going down, so only 1 heart above his head. As you can see, 671 defeated. On
He's
the
the
other
star
side,
player.
7-7.
But he
So you
can't-
just can't get in.
can't
So you have
get
to
in.
wait until the tower is down entirely, and then maybe go for like 1 final push. There's only 1 opportunity now.
Yeah. It's going to take a really long time for the Tower of Victory to go down because, again, like I mentioned before, it's not necessarily about your combat power, your damage. The fact they have these buffs doesn't necessarily make this go down faster. They still have to be careful about how they do this. They don't want to be losing members to the tower
Sementara
itself.
player
But they have the faster
Chess yang lain
response. So
lagi
even if they
ngambilin
do,
tower yang
and not to
kecil-kecil.
mention they got the Brazier earlier, so have more revives. Like, they have all the tools. All the cards are in their hand right
Para
now.
tower udah
You see some of the
90%.
members with black cards with 1 and 2 left. So it is not impossible. Like at the beginning, the defeated counts were like triple the amounts from Chess to Sombra, but it's like about double plus a little bit more. So Sombra did have some kills.
Okay, yeah,
285.
Bit of an angle here for Neverlost to get a potential pick onto Keon. Looks like he's going to go down, so loses 1 of his hearts. So good catch there. Old Boys here trying to cut off these Unleash members as well. You can see if they can get Nokia, that would be huge. But getting it, again, into this point is the ultimate goal. As you can see as well, 85%, right? It's taking a really long time to get this tower victory. That's
Yeah,
how,
this is
that's how it
Bukador.
works.
this is the basics. Yeah, trying to get all the bosses first because you eventually have to bring the crown into one of those 3. Anyhow, so Chess made sure that they're going a little more safe compared to our first match, but still, it seems like they have the power level of 5,000 points for Chess now. The Sombra, in comparison, about 1,300.
They're only on 2 bases. They don't have a 3rd base.
It's hard. They do have the base 9 and I believe 8.
Yes, that's
But
correct.
still, their 8 is about to be turned over as well, because the inner is nearly 80% plus is controlled by Chess. See,
Oh
Chess
my
just took
God,
it away
they got
from
it.
them again.
So they can't get more than 5 bases, but they can specifically deny
Nggak
all
bisa
the
lihat di
bases
sini.
and all the buffs, and they are doing it
Gila,
systematically.
mulai
Sombra
dari atas
struggle.
They're
kiri
taking the buffs away.
bawah
That's the
kanan
thing. The buff
diisi
level now in
sama
Sombra is just
player
1.
And it
Chess.
will shortly be 0 if they lose control of that final base 9, by the
Yeah,
way, which is
that's
being
9.
taken
I think
by Phil
so.
Serpents as
Very
we speak.
likely.
Phil Serpents taking it. It's gone. That's it. 0! No bases left for Sombra. They have 487 points. It's their kill
Unlike-
points
yeah.
alone they have left.
488. Unlike the first season, we don't stack in points. If you lose the base,
You lose it.
the point, and then the other team takes the points instead. So that's why Sombra's points are getting lower as they lose the bases. 300 and plus defeated. Okay, they're getting some work done on the outskirts. But
mereka
it's about
lagi
the base, and if you are
nge
spawning
next tower
so far
buat
away, look,
nambah health.
Look at all
Health
these members. They
atau
only have
life.
5 left, and they've already lost 20 members, period, off their server. And that number is only going to increase as this continues. The Tower Victory is down to 65% here.
gone. But still, because of the base and the spawn, Sombra, they're not going to be spawned kept, but once it comes down to like few final, because they already lost 23, which means they
Chess
already lost like
udah
10% of their entire power.
ngantongin poin
on the
5.000
field.
di sini.
And because if
Dan
you have
Sombra
like only 1 life
ketinggal
left, you cannot be
1.200.
aggressive as
Yeah.
you used to be.
Well, I mean, look at this. Any 0 heart members over here? I see 1. I see 2. They're all so healthy, G-Clef.
Whoa. Look at how many archers we have
Yeah,
on the
it's so
field.
many.
If you have issues choosing classes, archers are the way.
Archers are
especially
the
for
bread and
war.
butter.
You have
They're-
so much mobility, fleeing tactics,
Okay, this is
evasion.
one.
Okay, here
this
we go.
is it. Here,
Here we go.
This is the big
Here
one.
we
Now,
go,
You
guys.
only have 1 Hail Mary chance left
Player
here as
Sombra
Sombra break
udah
through. If you can actually
kekumpul.
start picking off members who are focusing
Mungkin
the
bakalan nabrak ini
Tower
ya.
Victory, perhaps even during
Base
the Tower
4.
Victory attack, there's a world where you could actually maybe get some momentum and get some control over the choke point. That's what you have to pray for if you are Sombra. They got their bases back, and now they're setting up for a push. This is their last chance, frankly, G-Clef.
Trying to go for base 7 and 10. They've got it pretty quickly. Can they actually get... Okay, 4 bases in their hands at least. So that's good. And Chess, on the other hand, they already had at least a member on ready to channel for the other bases because likely these were going to be taken away. Sombra back on 2,000. At least somewhat on even footing in terms of the buffs.
Yeah, the buffs, they have the buffs. Now they have 5 buffs. They have the base buff level 5, which means this is the time to fight before those get taken away. And as you see, some of these members are so low. They need to do it, and they need to do it fast as another one goes down. 38 members
See a lot
removed.
of these one life left members in the party. They're moving together at least now, which is very good news. Team pointing onto Neko ATK.
Okay,
3 lives.
Reses, but he is, of course, just going to be able to teleport straight back to the
Dikit-dikit
boss space.
poin
so
Sombra naik ya.
turn this
Tadi
into an opportunity if
1.200,
possible.
sekarang
Again,
udah
this tower victory is
2.400
getting
lagi.
lower and lower.
Yeah, we can get to see the mini-map.
Sementara Tower of Victory health-nya
All the Sombra
udah
members on the right,
masuk di
rotating outskirts.
39%.
Push.
Yes,
It's
at
that
least they
final
control
push.
the choke point this time so they can get closer to the base 8.
So
Player
base
Sombra
5 is
masih
where I
fokus
think
muter buat
that's the
ngambilin
approach angle they
tower-tower.
probably need to take, because if you go through there, that's where you're going to have the respawn. That's where most of your team is right now. But as you can see, some of them are moving north. They're splitting into 2 groups, and maybe they're going to try to go for a bit of a pincer attack. Either way, they've only got one real
the choke
shot,
point.
and they're just going to, Chess are like, well, we're just going to take the fight to you.
my.
They're going to leave some of the DPS on the Tower of Victory, and they're going to try to catch some of these stragglers and try to eliminate further the Team Sombra members.
That's why the Tower of Victory was going down slower and slower, because a lot of these high-power parties, I think they have came down off of the field trying to go for the choke point and follow the members of Sombra. Look, already 62 dead.
Yeah,
they cannot
dead.
come back.
I mean, that's a third.
Adding to that 65
That's
now.
a
Sombra
third
berhasil
of their
mengambil,
player base, and so
base
many
nomor
more are
12.
going down as Chess continue to hit the Tower of Victory. It's just getting worse and worse here
this
for
is near the
Sombra.
spawn.
Yeah, now they're getting spawn camped for those who have the ability to respawn, because that's hard few
Kita
between
bisa lihat di
very few
sini
people
udah
can
mulai
respawn.
If you
masuk
parties
dikit-dikit.
coming down from the base 11 on the left side, they've got some control to keep the buffs up at least. They found
Ada King Fearless.
found a hole to poke in, but immediately they have to retreat back. They just cannot contest. Look,
Tower Victory,
dead hearts.
25%.
They have to really find the Brazers if they spawn, but with this less of a controlled field, I don't know if they can.
See Team Chess replacing one of their bases for better respawns. They're looking for this
members
fight.
going down.
Yeah, a few more. Yuji! Yuji's down. Looks like here, isolated.
You
Kasih
don't have your Scald party member.
Luke Chess.
Getting those revived right next to you. You are.
He is
They're losing a lot of
the
their
honor
Yeah,
server
getting
from
chased.
Movement
Chess.
decrease.
And the Tower Victory down to 22, constantly being pushed down further and further.
Okay,
and
there's a big
further.
poke
They're
from
fighting in
Sombra,
here.
though.
Last chance, last fight.
Yeah, they think this is now or never. They're not going to wait for the crown, so they stop doing some damage on the Tower of Victory, trying to go for the push.
So many members
Oh,
of
the
Never Lost
Berserkers are
Man here.
pushing the front line. Even the Skull's doing massive damage. That AoE.
Skull trying to look for a heal here for these
Gak
Sombra
masuk
members. They're
akal
up to 80
anjir.
dead now.
Damage-nya
Jennifer,
Jennifer
when
ini.
this archer pushes with like Automaton, like Solar Eclipse, with the ultimate, you are all just all dead. These AoEs are just too powerful.
Right now, Chess have double the eliminations of Sombra, replacing to base 5 now.
Yeah, got all the center bases back to Chess.
And they just took their focus off of Tower Victory and have just been killing these members here, these stragglers. Kyosuke also going to go down. And they've replaced now to base 5 one more time.
Chess dapat tower lagi.
I want to point out one
Dan
member
Sombra
of Chess
poinnya
has been deleted.
Yusuke last
Semakin
life,
turun.
last life.
He is
I think
gone.
Oh yeah, there's no other party member around him.
Sudah
99 dead,
jadi
100. Half of the
1.900.
team almost gone from the field from Sombra now. Time to
Untuk
look at the
Tower of Victory
back to the
tersisa
focus
15%
point
di
here.
sini.
15%. And at this point, similar to our first match, even though obviously it took a lot
Kita
longer,
lihat
they're just going to
apakah
be able to walk this one
Sombra
over.
bakal
You have to imagine, as
nabrak,
they just had so much control
ngabrakin
early.
diri ke tengah.
Even if the entire
Atau
the
habis
other
duluan.
114 Sombra members come down to the center, you are going to be outmatched
And
in
I want-
terms of numbers.
I want to spend some time, since this game looks like it is reaching its conclusion, talking about the coordination here of the chess server. They did such a good job of constantly surgically removing Sombra's bases when those big fights were happening early on. They got all 3 boss bases. They played this game perfectly. They left nothing to chance. They left no comeback mechanics. And now that they're focusing the Tower Victory, they know they have the
Udah
numbers
masuki
advantage.
6% di sini.
Period. Yes, there's 5 normal bases for Sombra have the same amount of buffs, but they just don't have the numbers to contest anymore. That's when they decide to take this out. 4% left. This is going to be their lead
Bener-bener
exploding
dibikin
here as
seru.
they pick up the Tower of
YMIR
Victory
Cup-nya
Destruction.
sama
But
ini,
also,
Chess
they should be able to,
versus Sombra.
with very little contest, walk this one in. Let's see where it's going to spawn. The touchdown point.
Yuk,
As it goes
0%.
down here.
Ya,
As
Tower of Victory
Tower
sudah hancur.
Victory down, extra points for Chess.
Siapa yang ngambil?
As they pick up this crown, we'll see who's
Okay,
going to be
Sanji.
the holder. Who will
Let's see
they
if
give it
Sombra
to?
will wait or contest now for
They're
the
looking for the
crown.
Oh, belum ada, belum
Walking
ada.
with the crown out will be nearly impossible at this
Megan.
rate. Okay, Megan.
Megan
Oke,
O2,
tadi
one of the star players
di
here for
PK
Chess,
ya,
is the one who picks
biar
it up.
And then the crown is going for base 1
yang
at
ngambil
2
si
o'clock.
Megan.
And Sombra server is set up in the right place to stop this and contest. This is we're gonna have the
They do have
biggest
the
battle of the
adjusted
semi.
bases controlled for Sombra. But can they get
Rata-rata
next
yang
to him?
ngambil
He's so far
Kron
untouched.
job
Four
scalp ya.
members get taken out
Feel
here.
Karena
for
secara
so many
scalp
clanmates
yang
around.
punya dev tinggi.
Look,
Megan
they
here just, you know, strolling
walk
to this
straight
point.
up to 12 o'clock exit. And gonna take a right.
This is where the Old Boys clan, what's left of them, is making their last stand here, trying to control these exit points. But as we continue to, as you can see here, as we continue to move forward, he's actually going to take, Megan is taking the northern exit and we'll look for a wraparound because he knows that those choke points on the other side are a little
This
bit
is the
tougher.
tough point. That's why everyone's gathered up here.
Even with this much of an advantage for Chess, they still take the safest path. They still do the
They
right
have
thing.
to, because the base 7, base 8 adjustment adjacent normal bases are still in control of Sombra.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the thing. They can spawn right next to it and immediately join the fight, join forces, and take the crown because if you have the crown, you have so many debuffs on you. You can't be taken down immediately.
There's been nothing left to chance. There's been no risks taken here for Chess whatsoever. I mean, they're living up to their name, Chess. They are going to. They have already essentially gotten checkmate, G-Clef. There's just no way out. Look at this. Look at where are the Sombra members? Nowhere nearby. They only have one more chance.
Yeah, the other bases are going to
do
be controlled.
But this game is effectively done.
Yeah, the death count going up
Ada
above
rata
100
di
again
situ.
for Sombra.
Rata.
It's a crown holder. You move super slow. You get knocked and stunned very easily because you have the negative res.
Look at this. Everyone in syncs here with the mounts. Just jumping into the air.
Almost a
Ceremony.
celebration.
Yeah, a ceremony here,
for Chess,
frankly.
but not entirely. Sombra looking for a chance.
They will not go quietly into that good night. I don't think they can stop this crown, but maybe they can at least give us a show, G-Clef.
There's a line of Chess
Sombra
waiting for
masih
them.
berusaha
And
masuk
Pokador
ya.
still alive on his last life.
Just burning all the big skills and semi-ultimates even beforehand, just to make sure chasing down one of the final targets.
Sementara
Okay,
Chase
as
mengantongin
the
poin
crown goes
8.100, lebih
closer and
tinggi
closer.
daripada
Base
King
1, the touchdown
tadi
field.
di match pertama.
Here we go, Sombra actually diving on it.
Yeah, they're trying to make one last stand here, but no one is touching Megan. Megan at 100%, no one nearby, completely denied
the
entry.
lightning!
Look at the damage here. They're losing more and more members up to 130, and that's going to go to
Flash just
150.
killed like 6 on the field.
Going to go up to over 150. They've only got like 60 people left, G-Clef.
Yeah, that was the real big last contest I think that they could have done. with
Sombra
Sombra.
masih
I don't think that many
mencoba
members
sampai
have that
titik
many lives
penghabisan.
left on them
already
now.
there. Megan's
Yeah,
already there.
I think it's all
It's a
done
done
and
deal.
set now.
Crown tetap berjalan.
As the crown
Dikit lagi.
slowly now going into the tower. Almost there. Yeah, they're just burning ultimates. Even without any
Yeah,
enemies.
no, they're just
Just for
celebrating.
fashion.
They know this is a finished game, and it has been for quite some time, but they're going to give us at least a little bit of an exciting
Ada
laser show
tamu
here.
multi ya
The
di
Rune
sini.
Fighter.
Jadi biar nggak ada yang
Silent
masuk.
Fields on the Lord. All the ultimates being burned because the cooldown's not that long, but
Congrats
still.
for
If the
Chess
enemies are coming,
Saver
you're supposed to be holding it.
for
but they
winner
look cool
the
on the field.
YMIR Cup 2
And
match
that
2
Megan,
It.
in day
Megan.
1 semifinal.
We'll channel the crown, and there
Congrats
it is.
for Chess Saver.
GG! Team Chess, the favorites, will
GG,
play a
GG.
clean game and go laser focused, getting control of those bases, taking away, certainly
Yes,
removing
still
bases
live,
one
yes.
by one from Sombra after getting all 3 tower of occupying kills and getting all 3 boss bases. They left nothing up to chance, as close as it gets to a perfect game here in Legend of YMIR.
Wasn't as easy
But
compared to
Sombra is
the
good too.
first match
You
that we had
try
in
the
day
best.
one, but chess, they
Congrats
took
for
all the
Sombra
steps
too.
required, the basics, and then they have done it.
Putting their banner on the front of the stage to represent that they will be going on to the grand finals to face off Kings tomorrow in what will be an epic battle to decide
So
who is
tomorrow
going to be the
the
champion
final
of
is
season 2.
King
Great
versus
effort
chess.
here. A little bit more complex
This
strategy
will
we saw in the
be
second
match,
series.
guys.
All right, with the result of match number 2.
Hello, team.
Ready for the
Congrats
interview.
again. Here is the
Welcome back,
microphone.
Bella.
Well, the team that is advancing to the finals is Chess Server. Yeah, congratulations, guys. Well, we saw that was an incredibly intense match. What was your take on how today went?
So I would say we went well. Everyone followed the command and everyone trust the command in each other. And yeah, we did great.
Okay, well,
Nice
that is
game,
great
Jax.
to hear.
Nice
You
game,
were
nice
definitely the favorite team to win, right? Was there anything unexpected that happened during today's battle then?
I don't think so. So we actually strategized before the game. So as mentioned, everyone trusted the command, and yeah, it went well.
Gak ada bang.
Well,
Habis
you
ini
made
kelar
it
berarti.
sound like it was
Tadi
so easy.
sempat disebutin
Wasn't it easy?
No.
tomorrow
That's not
the
what I meant.
final
So,
is
Sombra is a
Sis
strong server,
versus Kings.
and props to
Jadi ini terakhir.
Sombra, especially to ban it.
Yeah,
Sombra.
right there. Well, yeah, sorry for catching you off
No.
guard. Well, let's talk to Caesar for a bit then. Do you mind? Oh, I'm coming for you. Caesar. Yeah, yes. We would
Hello.
love that. Well, we had a little talk during the halftime interview to get your thoughts, right? Do you agree with everything your teammate said, or was there anything that you wanted to add on?
Yes, I believe our server revolves around the unity of command, the chain of command. So I think we did well, and we followed every instructions that Brother Lou has instructed us.
Oh.
Totally.
Thoroughly. Shout out to Brother Lou, the man of the good calls. All right. Well, should we hear from our Master H for the last bit? Yeah? You look nervous. Are you nervous for the interview?
yes.
Yes? Come on, get used to it. We have more interviews coming up.
First of all, I just want to agree
You're
to
nervous, guys.
what Bro Lou said. It's all about teamwork and
What if-
coordination.
Right.
That's all.
I will
mean,
never
that is
shoot.
what makes this team sport beautiful, right? And I wanted to ask you, did you guys get a bit of the match one for just before your
Yeah,
match? Because that
besok
is your opponent
King
tomorrow.
versus
What are your thoughts
Chess.
on who you're facing, the King server?
I think Bro Lou can
Ya, yang menang champion
Should we
he
get
can handle it.
He can handle
Ini-
it? All right.
season 2 ini
Let's
bakal
hear
lawan
from the Brother
Korea.
Lou himself. What are your thoughts on your next opponent, King
So
server?
yeah, considering the Kings is basically the strongest server and the team that we're looking at right now. So we are so excited to be facing against Kings because yeah, we wanted to as much as possible show that this game is not about just raw power. This game revolves around unity, the command as well, and also we believe that we in chess server we believe that the power of friendship can conquer everything. So yeah.
Word from Brother Lou himself. Yeah, I wanted to ask you for a little bit of a spoiler on tomorrow's game approach, but will you be able to share that with us, or are we gonna keep that locked for
Besok
tomorrow?
jamnya sama guys.
We've actually tried to hold back right now against Sombra to save the strategy to King. So I would prefer to make it, let it be secret right now.
Yeah, it's almost like what you just said was like a symbolic phrase for that represents your server name. Thinking a few steps ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Congratulations to you guys. We'll see you tomorrow at the finals. Are you excited?
Yeah, we're so excited.
All right. Thank you for joining me. Would you have anything that you want to say before I let you guys go?
So probably I wanted to thank everyone, especially in chess server. I wanted to mention the clans that actually helped the server to move forward to, especially to YMIR Cup. So I'd like to thank especially to Unleash, to Peel Serpents, Roundtable, Checkmate, the brothers TBJ, and every clan in the
Respect.
chess server that is willing to lend their
Tungguin
powerful
aja sampai kelar.
players to compress into one clan, and yeah, let's face the Kings. Let's go, Jess.
Let's go. I love the energy, and I hope that we get to see every one of you guys. Oh, I think you should take that with you because
okay.
you guys
Sorry.
would have to exit the stage. I'll let you guys go now so that you guys can rest up and have a fantastic day. If you would, head back. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, congrats to you guys again. And with that, today's matches that we have prepared here has come to an end. But first, let's review what went down on match 1 and match 2.
Review guys, replay.
Alright,
Like.
King server has defeated NAEU 004
Oh, ini bracketnya,
and
bracket.
advanced to the finals after match 1, while Chess server claimed
Pertandingan
victory
pertama
over
tadi,
Sombra
King
server,
lawan
securing
NA.
last ticket to the final.
Pertandingan
But
kedua,
these two teams,
Chess
their
lawan
journey is
Sombra.
not over just
Dan
yet.
hasilnya
The final will take place
untuk
same
pertandingan
time,
pertama
same
King ya
place
yang menang.
tomorrow.
Jadi
And after
dia
showing impressive performance and outstanding
ke
teamwork,
final.
these two teams have proven that they are the contenders
Ini
for
susunannya
the
ya, besok
championship.
jam
The final
9
matchup is now set. It is King
bakal ada
server
pertandingan
versus
final
Chess
King
server.
lawan Chess
We are about to
dan
find out
pemenang
which of the
dari
server will take the
YMIR Cup
trophy
World
home.
Championship
And
Season
as much
2
as tomorrow
bakalan
awaits, this
tanding
means
atau
that the
melawan
matches that we
server
have
Korea ya.
prepped for today has come to an end, but we are not gonna let you guys go now because
Legend match.
we also have a small gift to part the way. We have a special gift package coupon from Mr. Michael Kim himself. As you can see,
Ya,
it's
di hari
about
yang
to
sama
pop
itu.
up at the
Jadi
bottom
satu
of the
hari itu
screen. We
2
have the
pertandingan.
coupon code
Ada
yet again
kupon baru
prepared
guys.
for you.
Catat.
So make sure to type that
MK
in as soon as possible and get your
Gift
fair share. That is
for
all for the
YMIR.
matches that we have prepped for today. Tomorrow, King server and Chess server will face
Let's
off
read
in
them.
a battle of pride where we know that neither side will give an inch. Okay, I'm Bella and thank you for
Okay, thank
joining me,
you,
and I
YMIR.
hope wherever
Thank
you
you,
are,
YMIR,
have a
for
good
the
day
coupon.
or night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow guys. This is last match for today. For final match, King versus Chess will be live tomorrow and continue with legend match. The champion YMIR Cup World Championship Season 2 will be versus Korea server. Thank you for watching guys. Thank you for watching. And see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you Legend of YMIR. Thank you. Bang Ri, end stream dulu bang ya. Thank you. Thank you semua yang udah join live ku ya. Thank you.